And I especially
Okay, this is. I think we're live. Okay.
hey, there's been worse.
We should be live.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's worse people out there.
Yeah.
There's some people who've done some worse things.
We are not live.
Are we not live?
At least PewDiePie.
Okay, hold on. He just said a word.
Yeah, he just dressed up one time.
We were live. On YouTube, at least. We'll try a different stream key and see if that helps.
We're not live anymore, are we?
We were on YouTube, yeah.
I'll delete that for a second there. I just don't want to be caught on records too, making that sarcastic ass fucking comment. There's some people out there that just don't get fucking sarcasm, dude. I don't want to take my chance.
I'm still trying to get Facebook to go live. Come on. We're frozen. No?
Well, let it go.
That's John's department. Why is it not?
Having sexual intercourse with a lot. No.
Oh yeah, John stuffed it all
You got
off.
a friend of me.
That's the wrong franchise. I know.
Oh, we're going live. We are live on Facebook now too.
Oh.
That frame rate is horrible.
Your frame rate is horrible.
Your face is horrible.
Your face is horrible.
This is like bad.
His nose is terrible.
Nosferatu.
That was my line. Actually, you said it first.
Why is this? Okay, that's better. It was just the quality of the. Yeah. Too low FPS. The current frame rate is too low. We set the frame rate to. Okay, how do I set the frame rate? We're going for this, guys. Hold on. No, we don't want 1080 at 60 FPS. My computer will not go that fast. We want.
Sure? It might take off.
We want like 720 at 30 FPS.
Get every crevice on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be too much for John.
I think it's working now.
See all the 90-year-old wrinkles more like it.
Yeah, I'm checking everything to see if we're live.
Not on Facebook.
We're not live on Facebook?
Not that I can see.
Okay. We are live on YouTube. No, I don't want to turn on advanced protection.
You have to have a reason to ask.
Damn, dude. that was good.
We are not live on Facebook. Audience settings.
We are live on.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on there, guys.
Advanced. No, that's not it either. Maybe I have to put a title?
Always something with us, huh?
Yeah. As long as John doesn't start singing, we're good.
Yeah, please.
I saw the gears.
Considered it.
To be fair, John is actually
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be Dyllan.
I'm not that bad. I'm not gonna say I'm not great, but I was, yeah.
He had to inquire about that.
How long?
Okay, I do see.
was,
Yep, I did see on YouTube that
Miss
we are
Crosby
live.
still there?
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not
She was
live on Facebook.
Interesting.
Oh.
She was learned, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I completely forget every single piece of music she made us do.
The only thing that I remember is the only thing that I retained from that class was she was talking one time about how she doesn't clap until the very end of a song, like until like the last note's done.
Yeah.
About how like she doesn't do it at like baseball stadiums and stuff like that when they do the national anthem or anything. She doesn't clap until until after all of it's done.
We should be live on Facebook
Yeah,
right
the
now.
only thing I
oh yeah, it says live.
remember two of our performances we did. I remember the elementary.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Hey,
yeah,
we're
it says live.
live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
What's up?
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
And I had to wear tights for that. And we did and all the men had to do a cake line too. It was unironically one of the best things ever. That was so shitty.
Because that idea came up when I went through class because I only had like the one year. That idea came up to you that I went through. She was like, "No, I'm not gonna make you guys do that."
Oh really? That's crazy. She changed your mind quick, I guess, bro. Nah, bro. I remember before we all had a line. All the boys had a line up, and we got our makeup done and everything too. For that, I know. And then my 8th grade year, we were gonna do the elementary tour again, and we were gonna sing Frozen. We were gonna sing Frozen songs.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
And then,
Yes.
And then we had this kid in our class who was really short.
Okay.
John?
And we were gonna dress him up as Olaf.
Get
too.
up.
John?
And then COVID ruined it. Literally.
Well, that
second
stinks.
We were gonna do a second semester, and then
Okay.
that's literal second semester of 8th grade is when
Yeah.
everything-
Lock on it and everything.
It was the worst timing possible.
I hope you guys enjoyed the story as we've been live for the last 3 minutes.
Story time are the best times.
Yeah, it's true.
Welcome to the Cinema Asylum podcast, New Year's Eve Throwdown.
Hello, everybody.
Where if we get to 100 concurrent viewers, I will throw John through this table.
Let's go.
No.
Get a good choke
No,
slam?
no.
I can do a
no,
choke
we
We
won't.
slam.
could get a good choke slam.
Oh, yeah.
That'd get
Yeah.
some views right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Flip that
John,
part
by
and
the
then-
way. Dressing up for the special occasion for the New Year's Eve live stream.
We are joined by our special guest today, Malachi.
What's up?
Yes.
I'm Matthew, one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I'm Dylan, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
Looking at his phone.
I'm doing Duolingo. Leave me alone.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long stream.
I am Paul Allen, the horror expert.
And I am John Thompson. I'm the action and animation expert. Let the fun begin.
What kind of fun are we talking about?
Oh well, we got lots of things that we're gonna talk about. So yeah, we're gonna talk about lots of things. 2024 entertainment, movies and TV, and we're also gonna talk about our most anticipated movies of 2025, TV shows we're looking forward to for next year, for over 3 hours. So let the fun begin, folks.
First, we're going to get into some news. Paul's got something he wants to mention about a movie he liked this year.
Yeah, so one of my I'll get into where it stands later, but one of my favorite horror films of the year is Terrifier 3.
Okay.
Not just because of the gore, not just because of any one thing. I just genuinely enjoy the movie. And it has been reported that it is officially the most profitable film of the year.
Oh.
Whenever you compare budget to return, it made more money than any other movie this year, including Deadpool and Wolverine.
How much did it make?
45 times its budget.
Yeah, it made just under $100 million, I believe.
That is crazy.
And it was barely a $2 million budget.
Sometimes those lower budget movies are the best.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And honestly, yes, you can argue that some of the acting may not be a Hollywood standard or whatever bull crap. But it feels like a more expensive movie. And so I love that it is getting the recognition that it rightly deserves. You know, it has broken a lot of ground. It is, I believe, also the most. I believe it is the most highest earning unrated movie. I might be wrong on that, but it's up there.
No, you're right. It is the highest grossing R-rated film.
Unrated, yeah. I love the hype behind it, and if you haven't seen it yet, which John, we are gonna watch it. Anyway,
No, we won't. No, I won't.
but if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. It's a great film. John, it's not that gory, truthfully. You'll be fine.
Oh, please. That is bull.
In February, we will finally have our success. He's not backing out of it again.
He has already agreed to it.
In February, we are finally doing our Blood and Honey live stream.
Oh, it's about damn time.
No backing out of it this time.
I try, guys.
It's a
I
great movie.
really try. It's their fault. It's their fault.
I enjoy it not because it's a good movie, but because it's a fun movie.
It's a very fun bad movie.
It
And those
is.
are sometimes the best.
It's like The
movies.
Room.
Sharknado.
Yeah.
It's like a more aggressive The Room.
Yeah.
You can't go in and take it seriously.
Batman and Rob is a lot more watchable.
Just
How do
'cause
you
it's
know? You haven't
watchable
seen it
doesn't
yet.
Make it better.
You're not sending me to the cooler. Shoot Batman.
John, you
That was a
can't-
nice Gollum impression.
I already seen clips a bit. It looks horrible.
Shoot
I already
out.
seen clips a bit.
You can't judge a movie by clips.
No,
Yeah.
can't judge a book by its
Only
cover.
Yeah.
Um, and then Dylan and I have something. We don't know for sure.
What?
You might want to look back at some of our previous episodes.
What?
We believe we called some news.
Huh?
Jason Momoa is Lobo.
Yeah.
I believe that is in our first or second episode. We said that,
It's really early on. It was the first episode that we covered DC News.
and I believe
Yeah.
you had one too.
Yeah, I believe that I predicted Alan Tudyk as Clayface.
So yeah,
I'm real hype about that. I've been so off with the MCU. I'm so glad to have one with the
MCU?
DCU. I know. I'm so glad to have one with the DCU.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Clayface was MCU. I was like,
No,
are
no,
you
no.
about to get revoked?
What?
Here?
No.
You're about to get revoked here.
No, I claim my expert badge on here, and I will defend it.
You
I
almost
said what I
lost it.
said. You misinterpreted it. That's your fault.
And then last but not least, this is not confirmed yet, so take this with a grain of salt. It is pretty much all but confirmed. Apparently, we will get an announcement in the next 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
Paramount is supposedly buying Power Rangers. And we should be getting a movie as early as summer 2026.
Let's go.
But apparently, they're trying to collect all the non-Marvel DC franchises so they have their own superhero stuff. They've got Ninja Turtles ready, now they're trying to get Power Rangers.
Dude, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind it. What they got going on superhero wise, it's turned out pretty well in my opinion.
Yeah, apparently they're shooting for 2026 summer for the next Power Rangers movie.
I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I dig it.
Yeah, and my response to the Alan Tudyk thing, I love Alan Tudyk.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's awesome.
He's
amazing.
wonderful voice actor, and him as Clayface would be brilliant.
He's already been
He
Clayface.
is Clayface. He's been in Creature Commandos.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, you need to watch
That's
Creature Commandos.
Is it good? Have any of you guys
Yeah,
watched the
it's
episode
good.
yet? Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. I know it's not for kids. I know that, but I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it for myself.
There's a really cool scene where Dr. Phosphorus melts a dude's face, and he as he goes through him, he puts his middle finger through his face.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's so good.
Lord, yikes!
Just-
Yikes!
And
Oh,
then the brains and everything going everywhere as he does
oh man, yeah, yeah.
So very child friendly.
it. Yeah.
I was about to
Forgettable.
do that joke.
Gives a whole new meaning to the term Lone Cook.
See, nice going, Malachi, and your first ever live stream. Fantastic. That was great.
I'm just naturally funny.
Well, there you go.
Like John's face.
Can you give Matthew
Oh,
pointers?
jeez.
Hey!
I know. He just does puns. Really.
Lame. They're not
Oh.
even good puns either.
I know.
It's-
like he has like a 2 out of like 100 ratio when it comes to.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dang! Oh, man, it's
Like
roasting
7?
Matthew night as well.
Hey, Dylan. Do you want to get into your Creed karaoke? What if? What if?
Honestly, okay.
What the frick was that?
So, what if season 3 wrapped up just the other day? We were gonna do an episode on it, but nobody else freaking watched it. Buttholes, especially the superhero expert over here.
I heard it wasn't good. Like,
So-called expert.
See, okay. Okay, hold on. Before I get to that, don't distract me. Hold on. I like What If. I haven't had an issue with it. I'm somebody who's been defending Captain Carter this entire time. So like everybody has been like, oh, it's an industry plan. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like she is the MCU What If's poster child. Like that's the reason why she's everywhere. But that said, I've been enjoying What If. I do understand the gripes about it, and I have gripes myself about it, especially this season. Like this season, one of the most common gripes that I've heard is, well, they're not doing any stories that people really were interested in and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, that's true. Like this season we got I think the only two that I've heard people ask for was what happened. What if the Great Emergence happened? So the entire world split apart for Tiamat. What if that happened? We got that episode. And the only other one was what if Bucky didn't kill Tony's parents? That was one of the other episodes out of the 9 that we got.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those were good episodes, admittedly. My favorite was probably the the weirdest one. It was there was an episode where it was what if what's her name?
I don't know what's her name is. I've never heard that character.
Shut up. What if Darcy and Howard the Duck hooked up?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah.
That's actually the best thing I've heard.
It was the 4th episode, I think. Yeah.
Yo,
I think it
sign
was
me
the 4th
up.
episode.
Well, I know what I'm watching. Like,
John wants to sign up.
No, to watch that episode. Sign me
You
up for
said
that
sign me
episode.
up.
the duck might be free, bro. You know, the duck might be ready.
So I guess he's down to duck.
Oh, Lord.
But dude, this episode was so good. It had so many good lines. Okay, one of them was they were so basically the plot of the episode is like Darcy and Howard get picked for a cruise. It's all expenses paid and shit like they want it.
Okay.
And they're reading like all the activities, and so the cruise is going throughout the cosmos. So they're stopping at various planets. And one of the activities that they list off is couples cliff diving at Voromir.
Oh, no!
And Howard says, you know, they say you gotta go with your partner to truly appreciate it.
That's true. Just ask Hawkeye.
I know.
You would know well.
It's really soul searching.
Yeah, you find your stone there. You know.
dude, this same episode they had I don't think we've ever heard this word in the MCU before.
Oh no.
Zeus appeared. And because like half the galaxy is after Howard and Darcy's kid, because they have she births an egg.
Wait, what?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
Howard's
yeah.
a duck. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Just
Yeah,
like
so like
bestiality
everybody's
more.
after because like
That's like
apparently
50%.
this is apparently like this is part of like a prophecy or and stuff like that.
Howard the Duck part of prophecy makes sense.
Yeah, like it's like the like chosen child and stuff like that. Like one born of two worlds.
So does that mean he's been like celibate or only going after other ducks this whole time?
I think it's just been going after other ducks this entire time. Either that or it's never worked. One of the two.
I was gonna say
They
there's
just
always,
clicked with a human, I guess.
he's always had the Play Duck magazine.
No, so basically, like Yondu gets hired by an Olympian god.
Yeah.
Zeus comes in later after everybody's chasing after Darcy and Howard and the egg, and he runs away. He gets chicken shit. He gets like blown out of the sky.
Wait, Zeus does?
Yeah, Zeus does. He gets blown out of the sky. So he's like, he basically goes like, screw this. I have an orgy to get to, and he pieces out.
No, they mentioned that in Love and Thunder.
Did he drop the word orgy in there?
Yes.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah.
I think they were like pretty much having one in the movie.
Yeah, it's because it was Love and Thunder.
Well, it's because it's Zeus.
Yeah. Well, I know, but like the
Zeus.
reason why I don't remember is probably because it's Love and Thunder.
It could
Hey,
hold
that
him-
was one of the best movies last year.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
was
bad,
the-
admittedly.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
I've only seen
it was
once
released in
sober,
2022.
so-
It
yeah,
was-
That's what I thought. 2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives a whole new meaning to the term Love and Thunder.
Shut up.
It's good strikes.
Yeah, Dylan and I, we will defend Love and Thunder. We love that movie.
It's not bad when you look at it through the lens of an 80s
Exactly.
movie.
It's the
It really
tribute to
isn't.
1980s. It's
It
fun.
works.
I mean, it's good if you compare it to Dark World, I guess. Too.
Yeah, no. Dark
I actually,
World,
I actually
out of
will
all the
defend
Thor
Dark
movies,
World.
is the
That's
lowest
underrated.
one.
I actually love that
Isn't
one.
Dark World
It's
your
underrated,
favorite
yeah. Just
Favorite what?
Thor movie?
I think so.
The second one?
I don't like
Respect.
Ragnarok. And the original is okay.
Don't you like
Oh.
Ragnarok?
It just is boring to me.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Come on.
Oh.
Come
my
on,
main,
man.
My main problem with Ragnarok really is that they just kind of destroyed the whole World War Hulk storyline we could have got.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh my.
is John becoming Biden? Come on, man.
No. We're
memory's
not.
just
We're
as
not
bad.
getting to. We're
No,
not.
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
We just
saying.
have to
Yeah,
wait for
we're
him to
not
fall
gonna get into
asleep
that.
now.
We gotta move on from the thing.
What if that was probably my favorite episode, the one where Darcy Howard banged and had a kid. Kid ends up being played by Natasha Lyonne, who she was in Poker Face by Ryan Johnson. She was also in American Pie, if you've seen American Pie. She was
Bye, bye, Miss American.
really.
I've seen one of those movies and I didn't like it.
I haven't
Well,
seen it.
she was in the very first one. She was like the best friend that hooked up with Finch.
I
Yeah.
can't remember which one I saw.
I
she
refuse.
was in a few
I
of them.
refuse to watch American Pie. I refuse
Yeah, I
to watch
believe that.
movie.
Yeah.
You're not missing
Um,
anything.
I mean,
No, you're not. You're
yeah,
not.
I would say
admittedly.
I'll be like, no.
No, I know.
And the straight to DVD sequels I heard are junk.
After you're finished, before Paul goes into his thing,
Mm.
I have an announcement to make. I forgot about that. What I told you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Well, I think Dylan's still talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was okay with how it ended. Do you guys care about spoilers?
No.
Not
Yes.
at all.
Okay. Well,
I'm just kidding.
just in case for the viewers, for the listeners. Spoiler alert about.
And
the
I'm gonna
ending of
watch
the
it,
What
and I
If
won't
series.
remember it. So
That's because you're old.
Well, okay.
You're
So,
just a pace behind him.
Yeah, bro, you're 30.
so
He's 91.
31.
I can see with the gray hairs.
Dylan.
You know, unfortunately, yeah, my mom saw a few gray hairs when she gave me a haircut. I was thinking, I'm now depressed.
so
Anyway, go ahead.
the end of What If. It ended okay in my opinion. This series did not have to end here, because the way that it ends is like the Watcher's intervening throughout these seasons. He keeps stepping in to save somebody's life or save a world from collapsing and shit like that. He keeps doing it throughout the entire show. Well, this season, the other Watchers team up and they're like, all right, we got to put a stop to this. You aren't supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be just watching things. You shouldn't be saving lives. You shouldn't be trying to help people be a hero. You shouldn't be attached. It's like, oh, well, you know, you're fucking wrong. But they're like, okay, well, we're going to kill you, and we're going to kill all these other people that you roped into this. And so basically what happens is the exiles, quote unquote, is what they're called, which are Captain Carter. It's the thunder goddess, Storm, like Storm if she wielded Mjolnir. It's Kahori. I believe that's what her name is. I think. But she's a new character. She's MCU new. But she's from season 2. She was in it, and then also Birdie, who is the daughter of Howard the Duck and Darcy.
Strongest character.
Yeah, no, she's insane. No, it's crazy. She's half human, half bird. Like obviously, she can fly. She can shoot like laser projectiles from like this diamond pattern on her head. She's cool. I liked her. It's just weird. But basically they're all being blasted by this like trifecta of watchers, and they're going to be erased from the entire multiverse. So every appearance that they've ever had throughout the entire Marvel multiverse, they will have been erased. Well, Captain Carter sacrifices herself to transport the trifecta of watchers to the universe that Stephen Strange in the last season created with his entire being. Like he became like a god basically. And he sacrificed his soul in order to recreate the universe that got destroyed under his watch. Because he destroyed his own universe in the first season.
Apparently she's not dead.
No, okay. There is this entire thing. Captain Carter is not fucking dead. And there's no way. Even Uatu actually gets his name this final season.
Because
Uatu is like, yeah, I finally feel like I'm being watched. So at least that version of Captain Carter is still out there somewhere. She's just above the Watchers.
Secret
I know
Wars.
she got casted for that. I don't think it's the same one, but I
Okay.
wouldn't be surprised if it was.
But I'm just saying she is back.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I heard. Trust me, I heard. No,
Of course you did.
yeah, I know. No, so that's what happened. Basically, she like sacrificed herself and became this like sixth dimensional being, and which is really cool in my opinion. But there wasn't a sense of finality to it, because Uatu was like, yeah, and now like everything's going to continue on, and everybody's going to be watched, and if they're not going to be protected by us, the Watchers, then they've got somebody else, and it just like how could you end a near limitless potential show? How could you? I understand with the multiverse saga coming to an end 3 fucking years from now. Like, okay, that's 3 years from now.
Welcome to Marvel, boys.
Yeah, we could have like 2 more fucking seasons of What If before then.
Probably more.
I like
Yeah,
that, Malachi. That was
like,
good.
dude.
That was good. I like that.
Like even Feige said that he wanted to have multiple seasons of animated shows of like a specific animated show in 1 year. You could have fucking done it with What If. We were supposed to get What If at the beginning of this year. But we got season 3 at this point. Like we could get season 4, season 5, season 6. Who fucking knows?
Now we're not getting multiple seasons 1 year. Because they've only announced 1 season for next year of animation. Well, 2. Zombies and Spider-Man.
There's been no update on Eyes of Wakanda though.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Eyes of Wakanda too.
Yeah.
But no X-Men 97 still.
I've been hearing updates. I just haven't heard an updated release.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that's still going forward. It's just last I heard they're changing Bo de Mayo.
Yeah. I just
They're
didn't know if it was
changing his
happening next year.
plans.
It's probably just delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are rewrites. I know that's happening.
Not as many
Originally,
rewrites
I
as
heard-
Blade.
Dude, if we ever get a Blade movie, I'll be amazed. I truly
World
am.
War
Well,
III is going to happen before Blade
I will be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll probably be dead by the time there's another Blade movie.
GTA 6 will be out before Blade 3 comes out.
I mean,
I will-
GTA 6
Ironically,
is
it might
coming out in
actually-
October.
Oh yeah, GTA 6 is in October,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
I will be stunned if the Blade movie ever gets released. I will be stunned. They should just like reshoot the whole thing and just.
Well, they haven't even shot anything yet.
I just say bring back Wesley Snipes to play Blade. Bring him back.
I'm fine with
That-
who they have for Blade. It's just can they keep him as
He's an
Blade?
excellent actor, but they can't get the script together. They can't get a movie together. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand how they can't get a vampire movie or a vampire hunter movie right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's crazy.
I
There's
know,
so
it's
much like
like-
material to pull from with Blade.
It's so easy. It's literally
Yeah.
just vampire hunting.
Yeah,
it seems like for
exactly.
some reason it sucks.
Bro, it's just like they're not listening either to like their audience. Like we want a Blade movie. They're just not making one.
Matthew, come on. New Year's live stream, and you have to do bad puns tonight.
Yes.
Sometimes
God-
Joke's on him.
God
They're not
dang
being
it.
counted.
Yeah.
Ever since that decision was made.
Yeah, I
By
know.
the way,
Viewers, I am so sorry.
look forward to the punishment early next year, guys. It's happening during the winter.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah.
fine with me.
Outside in the winter?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a spray bank for puns, and we're gonna be shot with squirt guns, like a high-powered.
Matthew's up in the 370s.
Yeah, bro. How many gallons of water are you gonna get?
How
'Cause you're
much?
gonna need a lot for you.
Yeah, I'm at like 375.
I found high capacity water guns. They're going to be hard hitting ones too. So it's going to be cold and it's going to.
In all seriousness,
That-
We
Matthew.
will be doing
great.
that for charity though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In all seriousness,
We haven't
don't-
decided what charities, but we are doing it for charity.
Yes.
In all seriousness, Matthew, don't get a fever the next day. Don't get a fever.
I don't
No,
think
even if
that's
you're sick, you
necessarily a
still gotta do
choice.
Even if you're sick, still got to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Was that all you had about what if?
I'm okay with how it ended.
You're just mad that it ended.
I'm mad that it ended because there was no fucking reason to end it. Like they could have continued to tell additional stories where Uatu was doing his thing. They could have fleshed out the Watcher story that they had going on with this last season. They could have shown more of that because they can dive deeper into the multiverse. But my theory about why it ended after 3 seasons instead of going on until it absolutely had to end. My theory is that they wanted to make this a launch pad for other heroes, which they've done. Captain Carter had her live on-screen appearance in Multiverse of Madness. We're going to be seeing more of Kahori. I really hope that I'm getting her name right.
Probably not.
Probably not. I wasn't watching with subtitles on this time, and last time that I watched with subtitles was when I watched her episode from season 2, which was a great episode, by the way. It was good. I like it. I think that this show was good in general. I'm not gonna understand the hate for it. Yeah. Also, I'll defend Captain Carter to my last dying breath. She's an awesome fucking character.
Of course you will.
She's not bad.
I love her. Bring her to Marvel
Well, she
Rivals.
is bad, but
Yeah, I get you. Bring her to Marvel Rivals. She'll be my main.
She already is.
Yeah, she is. I'm ride or die.
Oh, Marvel Rivals, the video game?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I played it a little bit. I like Moon Knight. Moon Knight and Squirrel Girl.
So,
oh, nice.
I got some interesting news.
Okay, shoot.
You guys might be interested in this. I counted up the views earlier and streams. We hit our mark. I had wanted to cross 5,000 before the new year. Our streams and downloads and listens, 5,245.
That's awesome.
Woohoo!
We've got about 500 in the last month and a half.
Holy smokes.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
So yeah, thank you everybody that's listened and watched and all that
Yes,
good stuff
thank you.
downloaded.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we
We're
promised you guys the season 2 was going to be our best season. It definitely has been our best
Yeah.
season. So
Season
thank you.
3's gonna be
Thank
better.
you so much for that. It's awesome.
Yeah, one new thing we're doing next year, we kind of alluded to it the first year. We did it with the, we did it the other day too. Our Nosferatu video's up. We dropped that at 8. But we first alluded to it with the Oppenheimer episode, where we ranked all a director's filmography.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do this every couple months. First one we're going to do, don't have a date yet. You guys will know Sunday. But we're going to do Quentin Tarantino first.
Nice. Okay. I've been looking for an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be the first director we do a deep dive. Garrett and Paul did Robert Eggers for the Nosferatu.
Okay, yeah.
But, and then one of the new episodes we're going to drop, a new thing we're going to drop, it's going to be like a 6-week series. Probably starting in February. We're going to do, this, we'll do 2 main episodes since this will be a longer series because it's going to be like 6 weeks. So this will be like a separate main episode to do besides, we're going to do like we did our best sci-fi movies. We're going to do atmospheric horror movies by decade.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Where it's going to focus more on like the lighting and overall atmosphere. And then we might do slasher movies later on. But I think first we're going to start with atmospheric horror movies by decade. We're going to first do up to the 60s. So we might do like 3 from each decade. So 320s, 330s, 340s, blah, blah, blah. And then start in the 60s and do the top 10 each year, decade.
Okay.
And
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Paul's excited for that one, I think.
I am. I am the horror expert, so it's about time that I finally get to put my title to good use.
Yeah. You've had more success with your Star Trek title.
I have.
New Star Trek movie coming out.
Yes. I can't wait for that. It's going to be good. We're going to have a little bit of a watch party, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, it comes
I
out January 24th.
I think it'll be good.
Which
It'll be better than anything Star Wars that's come out lately.
Oh, that's cruel. That's
Don't
just
make me
cruel.
cry, my guy. Okay.
You can't get me.
I'm a diehard Trekkie.
You can't get me. I'm eating cookies.
Star Trek is.
Yeah, screw
I'm
you for
eating
not
literal
sharing.
happiness right now.
Screw you for not sharing cookies.
Star Trek
Mark,
is
yeah.
like alright to me.
Yeah, I would say I started watching all the Star Trek movies for the very first time this year.
Good.
Had some ups and downs. There were a few. I mean, the first one bored me out. I thought, I hope it doesn't be like that for the rest of the series. It got better for me the more movies I watched.
Have
And-
you seen... Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh no, I was gonna say, did you see our Star Trek rankings that we did for our episode?
No.
Oh man, you'd be entertained by it. It was hilarious.
Have you seen Fanboys?
Describe it.
A group of super Star Wars nerds
Yeah.
break into Lucasfilm. Okay.
I remember you told me about that.
Yeah, we're going to do a live stream of that, reacting to that, because none of them have seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
Yeah,
it?
no.
You should join us for that.
Alright.
That's going to be really fun.
Yeah,
Because there's some, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Yeah. There's some aggression between the Trekkies and the Wars fans.
As it should be.
So it's going to be interesting getting their reactions.
I don't
Because
know,
Dyllan lives and breathes at the altar of Star Wars.
as one should. Look, my favorite thing about Star Trek compared to Star Wars is that with Star Trek, like the science is like very accurate,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is really cool actually.
Yeah.
Star Wars obviously is like
Fantasy.
definitely delves way more into the fantasy than science aspect of it. But like
It's more
some of the
silly.
first movies I watched was Star Wars, and like
Yeah.
same with TV shows. And it's just it'll always just be my favorite, easily.
The first movie that made me actually want to make movies was Attack of the Clones, because that was the first Star Wars movie I saw.
Exactly, it's such a good.
Yeah, you know what's
Bro,
up. Yeah.
I always loved the prequels. I don't know why, like for so long people like hated
I like the
them.
prequels. I liked
Like
it.
the prequels were so good, and the amount of memes that came from them too were amazing.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, I will admit when
You
I
guys
watched.
are like twinning right now.
I will admit, when I watched The Phantom Menace for the first time, I fell asleep. So I thought, well, this is boring.
Wait, is that you, the Phantom Menace?
You should get a better attention.
it
span.
was. But then I watched it again the second time, because I watched the Star Wars, the original movies, and then I watched the prequels. Then I started to appreciate it a lot more. So I do enjoy the prequels. For me, they're not as great as the original trilogy and the Disney movies, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, he prefers
And I
the
don't
Disney.
hate Jar Jar Binks.
I'm sorry.
I like Jar Jar Binks. I will
How do
defend
you-
Jar Jar Binks.
How do you
Rerun.
prefer the
Rerun.
Disney?
That's you like the Disney movies more than the prequels?
Yes, he does.
Yes, I do.
We need to study your brain. One of these
See,
days.
okay.
Like,
You will
I-
never
I-
get used to
Hey,
his
hey,
bad
Dylan
movie
I
likes
taste.
get that on a couple. He holds like all of them over the other ones. That's where you and I differ. I don't hold all of them over the other ones.
okay,
That's totally
But,
fine.
like,
what's
That's
your favorite
yeah.
Star Wars movie then? Like, straight.
Is it TFA?
oh, favorite Star Wars movie? The Force Awakens. Oh, come on, dude. Come on.
Trust me, it never gets easier listening to his horrendous movie takes.
I don't have
not
horrendous
horrendous.
take.
That's-
Guys,
It
don't
is
listen,
horrendous.
Don't listen to
No,
a
it's
single
fine, it's
word these
valid.
guys said.
Favorite Star Wars movie is The Force Awakens.
Both of them
Yes,
The Last
it
Jedi
made
and
me
Solo.
excited for Star Wars
Last Jedi
because
is
of
the
this
best Star Wars
movie.
movie.
The
we've
best thing to
gotten
come out of
since the original.
Disney Star Wars is Rogue One, easily.
That's the only other movie that I will bow down to in terms of my Last Jedi defense.
Okay, because Rogue One infinitely better than like all the other Disney Star Wars movies.
Okay, that's
can't
totally
agree to
fine.
that.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Hear me out. Best thing that come out of Disney Star Wars is Rebels.
That's to be fair. Rebels
Yeah.
is actually
No,
the best.
1000%. Yeah.
Easily the best thing Disney has made when concerning Star Wars. Rogue One's the best movie, I
Yes.
would say. But like the best Star Wars movie, I would have to like it would like Return of the Sith is definitely up there.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, like
And
Revenge
you're
of the Sith.
supposed to
fine,
be a
you're
Star
reading the
Wars fan.
original- You were thinking
For
the original
shame.
title for,
Yeah, exactly.
for Return. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But like, compared to comparing the Disney Star Wars to the originals is just crazy to me.
It's not crazy. It's
Yes, it is.
not.
Okay.
It's
It's a
not.
little-
It's not.
It's not.
What
It is.
What do you like more about the Disney ones than you do about the originals?
I love the character development. I love the lightsaber battles. I love the way the story was told. J.J. Abrams is the master when it comes to bringing franchises back from the dead. Which J.J. Abrams, look, just think about this.
No.
He saved the Mission Impossible franchise.
No.
Hear me out.
No.
He saved the Mission
I don't
Impossible
wanna hear
franchise.
anything.
He
No.
saved the Star Trek franchise, and he saved the Star Wars franchise. J.J. Abrams was really good at what he
Never
does.
say anybody ever saved Star Wars ever again when you confirm to Disney. Okay, hey, let's start with characters right here. What character is better than anybody in the prequels or the original trilogy?
Ray.
No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
how
you.
is Rey? All right, how is Rey better than Anakin Skywalker?
Because I loved her as the leader because I truly think she
That
can
doesn't
lead.
make her better.
Will you shush?
An opinion does not mean that
she's
she's
a great
better.
leader. Okay.
Hold on. Trick question. You said anyone. Ray can be better than Watto.
Thank you.
I'm not saying that Ray's better than Anakin for the record.
Okay,
That's
no,
fine.
I'm not saying
That's
Ray's
fine.
like that.
Okay. So your argument here is that Rey, the main lead for Disney, is better than a side character from the prequels that was in one episode.
Yeah, I'm also going to say that Ray's
Yes.
better than Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, let's go.
Anakin
Yes.
is better than Luke. Ray's better than Luke.
Okay, Anakin is definitely the best. Like we can
Yes,
all agree
yeah,
on
no,
that.
1000%.
It's not even a contest.
Yeah, no.
Obi-Wan is the
Okay,
goat.
what?
Oops.
Obi-Wan's definitely second,
Yeah.
unless
He's
as long
up
as you
there.
take out the show, second, because the live-action show was.
I liked it.
It was
for what it was.
It just didn't make sense chronologically or at all, really.
Gotcha.
When you put it into context.
I didn't
But,
like that
Okay,
they
what do you
retconned
like
stuff.
more about Rey than Luke?
I like that we actually get more on-screen development with Ray and
Thank
storytelling
you.
with Ray.
Thank you.
Because okay,
Okay.
hold on.
I
Let me-
I can see
you
where you're
asked-
coming with that one.
Yeah, let me put out my defense about that one.
Yeah.
So we don't get a whole lot of storytelling with Luke, other than like, okay, Luke is supposed to become the Jedi. That's it in the original trilogy. And then at the end of Empire is when we finally get he's suddenly the son of Vader. And then that's all that Return is that he's the son of Vader.
I have a
Okay.
Star Wars question, a legitimate Star Wars question. So R2-D2 has been around the entire franchise,
Yeah.
They're always
correct?
the goat, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he is around for the prequels,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and he's around for the
Original.
original.
Yep.
So why is it that at no point did R2-D2, given the fact that he had there's never any evidence of his memory being reset or whatever, why is it that he never thought, hey, I should probably mention...
His memory did good. No, his memory didn't get wiped.
No, it did.
C-3PO's
Luke
did.
Yeah, no. C-3PO's got completely wiped. R2,
But why-
R2 was spot wiped
Okay.
after the birth
Yeah.
of Luke and Leia
Yeah.
to help preserve their
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's the reason why.
yeah. It's because C-3PO was also there for the whole original and prequels.
So why did they
because-
not mention...
Well, because C-3PO was built by Anakin, so he was there basically that whole time, but his memory got like completely wiped.
Yeah.
At the end of the prequels, and then we don't really know what really happened to him after the prequels until obviously the original trilogy. But then when it came down to R2, his memory basically got like kind of partially wiped, mainly just to protect Leia and
Yeah.
Luke. Yeah, because Obi-Wan and all these other people knew that Luke and Leia, they're the sons of Anakin Skywalker, basically the most well-known person in the universe by like at the end of the prequels.
Yeah.
And for the people who know, Darth Vader, the second-hand man to the Emperor, the man who goes out and murders Jedi.
Yeah, the man
'Cause he
who has
can.
less than 10 people who know that he's Anakin.
Exactly. and Luke, I mean not Luke, Vader has been hunting Obi-Wan because he wants revenge. Very simple. And Obi-Wan's protecting Luke, and R2 is there when Luke and Leia were born. So and Anakin obviously knows R2. So if Anakin ever finds R2 and can get that information out of him, he can immediately find Luke, Leia, and Obi-Wan. So, like, yeah, they just had to partially wipe his memory of them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, R2D2 never talk. So,
And, bro, R2,
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
R-
some people
Just
speak
don't-
droid and talk droid.
plus R2 is just a war criminal. So,
I didn't think about that.
he just, bro, yeah, like literally, technically, R2
He is.
and C-3PO are a war criminal.
Yeah.
R2 is actually just straight up committed war crimes.
Not as much as Chopper.
Like,
Not as
no,
much as Chopper.
No, honestly, no, actually. Like, yeah, Chopper's committed so many war crimes, too. It's crazy. Like, droids in the Star Wars universe are just menaces. It's amazing.
Except for AP5,
Yeah.
my man.
We'll get to Star Wars
He's like a
universe
dog.
another day, guys. We'll get to another day.
Paul, didn't you say you wanted to talk about Squid Games?
Yes, but first, I actually want to read a statistic off of my phone.
Ooh,
We love statistics.
yes we do. Especially if it's the one I think it is.
It probably is. So in 2022,
Yep.
Matthew and I, Matthew was my original cinematographer that I used pretty much for everything. And we were shooting what was supposed to be a like limited series, just like 5-minute short films leading up to my first feature length, The First Harvest. And unfortunately, and Matthew blames himself, he shouldn't because it was an honest accident. The microphone busted, but we didn't realize that we had lost the audio. And so we had all the footage, but we had no audio.
For
For-
the last 5 minutes of 20.
The critical moments that needed to be heard. So we were sitting on the footage for a while, and I had halfway thought, like, how can we fix it so we can still release it? We tried to do ADR for it, and it just wasn't possible. At least not at that time. We may be able to now that we have more experience, but at that time we couldn't get the ADR right. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the actors who submitted their ADR. I just could not. I could not fix it. But then one day I was at work, and the idea hit me: what if I just cut it as a silent film? And so I spent some time working on it. I purchased some. I purchased some tracks to like have background music to fit the tone of each moment. The only thing I wish I could do different now is I wish I'd put like dialogue slides in it, just so that people could follow it a little bit easier.
Like old silent films do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, so it's literally just all footage. But it still is easy enough to follow, I think. But anyway, so whenever we launched the Indiegogo campaign for Sister Sullivan, which is my second film in the series, concurrently we released what is now known as The Forgotten, which is the silent film. It's 19 minutes or such.
Yeah, something like that.
And honestly, like a lot of my short films have done quite well. I usually get up to, if not more than 1,000 views. I checked this I think it was the next morning after we had posted it.
Yeah, because you post it at like 7 o'clock at night.
Whenever I woke up, it was almost at 1,000, and it usually takes about a week to get up to 1,000, and then it caps, usually anywhere between 1 and 1.6.
Yeah, that was the weekend I went to Chicago with Robbie and Anna. And I just kept watching it all day, just skyrocket.
Well, it has skyrocketed more and more and more and more. As of now, at 9:47 p.m. on December 31st, in the year of our Lord, 2024, it has 31,507 views.
Damn.
That is.
And since I
lot.
pulled up my phone, it just went up like 10 more views, just randomly. It is consistently like
What's-
every
What's the watch time on it?
watch time almost 1,000 hours. Yeah.
really good.
That's
We,
awesome.
we've
Makes me happy.
gained
Yes,
we've gained 81 subscribers from it.
quite a few.
79% male audience. Not shocking. Doing really well in the 18 to 44 demographic. 18 to 24, 15.6%. 25 to 34, 71.3%. 35
Well, that's
to
our
44. Right. Well, you're over 100, mother. Not going to finish. Anyway, 35 to 44, 13.2%. There are a few views in the 65 plus, which I believe is just John and Matthew.
Shut up.
Probably.
It has a shockingly large following in Indonesia, which I've never marketed in Indonesia, so I don't know how in God's name that happened. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. Whenever I put it up, I didn't think it was going to get more than the usual. So the fact that it has just skyrocketed like that, and the like to dislike ratio is pretty good too. It has a few dislikes, obviously, because everything does.
I just saw news about what you're about to talk about.
Ooh, it might be news that I am going to discuss anyway.
LD.
LD.
Yeah. Initials.
What?
You just want me to say it then?
I guess.
Leonardo DiCaprio will be in Squid Game season 3.
There's no way.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It was just posted.
That's gotta be like a celebrity cameo.
That's what I'm
kind of
guessing,
deal,
yeah.
I'll give my theory on that. Is it confirmed?
It looked like it was. I thought it was from Dyllan, it said.
Anyway, so The Forgotten has 22 dislikes to 136 likes.
There you go.
So
That's pretty good,
86.1 ratio.
Right?
Nice.
Is that your only silent film that you made?
Yes.
For now.
Well, yeah.
I'm currently writing another one.
Yeah, I guess the reason it went so big though is because, because obviously all your other ones are in English, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of limits the
Mhm.
people who can understand it. With a silent film, they don't have to really worry about that.
Right.
So that definitely gives it a bigger reach.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I have noticed because I submit my film work to festivals all over the world,
Mhm.
and we've done quite well over the last couple of years. We've earned over 100 awards, which is insanity. But
I've got a couple trophies.
Matthew has, yeah, he's got them in there somewhere.
Yep.
Nerd.
Yes.
Hey, you say nerd whenever you have 111 trophies.
I will.
I'm a proud nerd.
Yeah.
But no, to go into Squid Game, just a recap of season 1. And I will not try to pronounce the names because I know I'm going to butcher them, and I'd rather not.
Billy the
But-
Butcher.
Huh?
Billy the Butcher.
But season 1 of Squid Game is one of my favorite seasons of anything on Netflix. It's really, really good. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. I enjoyed it. I thought it was unique. I love the story. I think it is a very powerful reflection piece, and season 2 really it both divulges and diverts from that. There are a lot of reflection moments, but season 2, spoiler alert, watch the series if you're worried about spoilers. But season 2 is basically about the main character from season 1 as he tries to go back because he won season 1. He won the games. So he's going back basically to try to put a stop to the games.
Yeah.
And my one complaint is it's only 7 episodes. I know why they did it. You know, it's basically one story split into 2 seasons.
And it's Netflix.
And Netflix doesn't always make the best decisions.
No, they don't.
But it's a really good story. I think that people need to be patient for season 3. Am I the only one who's not going to acknowledge what's happening right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing's happening.
Thank
We're
you.
just talking.
But there are 3 primary stories here, which is the main character as he gets back into the games with the intent of bringing them down from within. The story of the cop who survived season 1 after being shot by the front man. He tries to find the island because he is now helping the main character. And then the story of a woman who's actually a worker in the games as she is trying to defy some of the other workers who have kind of a black market organ thing going on, where they will intentionally not kill some of the players who get eliminated so that they can harvest their organs.
Smart.
And she basically doesn't follow suit, and so that becomes a story. Does anyone have earmuffs or something?
No, just ignore him.
See, I'm trying, but I'm not doing so well.
It's that terrifying face.
He does look a bit weird.
What?
So anyway,
I don't want fucking spoilers. I'm just plugging my ears over here. Y'all can fuck off.
I thought
So-
that's what you were doing.
Bro, just
Yes, I'm plugging my ears,
do you
dude.
have earbuds, bro?
Huh?
Do you have earbuds?
Yeah, I got one right there, but it doesn't really work because the right one is like really
That's fair.
messed up right now.
anyway, so she basically, whenever she sees that they have left someone alive, she goes to kill them. And it's very interesting to see like how they react to the defiance. It ends on a cliffhanger, which isn't surprising. You know, whenever we knew that it was going to be, whenever one season was going to be essentially split into 2, we kind of figured that it had to end on a cliffhanger. Otherwise, why bother for season 3?
Yeah.
A lot of people are upset about the cliffhanger, and I understand that because I dealt with it with The Walking Dead season 6.
That was like the baseball bat one.
Yes.
I feel you on that.
I was so mad. I was waiting so long for that episode to drop because I was curious who Negan was going to kill. And then they didn't fucking show it. Anyway, however, season 3 of Squid Game is going to come out sooner rather than later. They're actually talking about possibly releasing it in the summer.
That is pretty.
And for Netflix, that is not
That's
common.
quick.
Unshocking because it's revealed in season 1. The front man is the detective's brother. And so part of the most interesting part of the story for season 2 is the front man actually also infiltrates the games, and he plays as player 1. And if you watch season 1, player 1 from season 1 was the founder of the games. And he played because he was dying. And he wanted to have just one last little round of fun, basically. The lead character needs to learn to not fucking trust player 1. Like, for real. So the front man is player 1, and he's using the lead character and is manipulating him the entire time, and he's none the wiser. And even in the end, he doesn't realize, because player 1, during the uprising, he acts as if he is being pinned down and that he's about to get killed. And then he ghosts the lead character. They're apart, so he can't see him. And then he sneaks off, and he puts on his frontman outfit. He confronts the main character, and then kills his best friend right in front of him. And that's how it ends.
God, that is a rough ending.
Yes.
To have to wait on too.
There's a like kind of a mid-credit scene. It's only a few seconds, but basically it is showing the beginning of the next game, where we see the giant doll from the red light, green light,
Yeah.
and then there's a second one that is a male. So I don't know what that game is going to be. I'm very curious how the lead character story is going to develop in season 3. He's either going to be more determined to end the games, or he's going to be in a slum at the start. Possibly a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Season 2 of Squid Game, very, very well done. But it's been a few days, Netflix. Give us season 3 now, dang it.
What were the games like in this season?
So, the first game was red light, green light again.
Okay.
And one of the really cool aspects of this time was the lead character, of course, this is his second time doing the games. And so before they actually start the game, he rushes out in front of everybody and he turns towards them and he is like, listen to me closely. And he warns them, like, if you move whenever they say red light, they will shoot and kill you. And people think that he's crazy. And then somebody moves and gets shot. And then people start freaking out, and then a bunch of people get shot.
Crazy.
That's why you should believe people sometimes.
They also did. Oh, good lord! What was the second game? The third one. The third one was where they were. There was like 2 circles. I think it was 2. I can't remember specific details like that. But basically, it was just one. They were all on a platform that was spinning, and then there was 50 doors around them. And they had to, there was a number called over the speaker, and then they had to get in pairs and go into one of the rooms, one of the doors. And then if they couldn't get into a room with the equal number of people, then they were eliminated. Second game, I remember, it was like a 6-person race, essentially. So they would have to be in teams of 6, and then their ankles were bound together, and then they had to do 6 tasks. I can't remember all the tasks specifically. One was like a stone throw. One was this thing where you like picked up dice, and like you couldn't let one of the dice you were throwing touch the ground or whatever. And then you had to like flip it up onto your hand and then flip and catch them all. Something like that. There was one where you had to successfully kick this like pom-pom looking thing 6 times without it hitting the ground. There was one where you tie a string around a spinny thing and you have to like throw it and get it to spin. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
But either way,
I'm just glad to know that they were like very different though.
they were definitely different. I will say that they weren't. A couple of them were not as exciting as the previous games.
Yeah, because these ones seems a lot more team based.
Yes.
Than the first,
I think that
was.
will change in season 3.
Yeah, because the first round, like in season 1, a
Mhm.
lot of them were everything was basically individual.
Right.
And then this one seems team,
Yes.
which I think is very purposeful too.
Oh yeah, that is 100% so the front man can manipulate the lead character.
Yeah.
Because he is trying to build this rapport with him, so that he trusts him, and I assume that will be, fully revealed in season 3. But yeah, no, you're 100% correct. Really, the only team thing in season 1 was the Tug of War.
Yeah, that was really it. Which I guess is because that was like one of the last games.
That was game 4. Yeah, because there was that, and then there was the glass bridge thing,
Oh yeah.
and then there was
Which
Squid
is
Game.
technically also kind of a team base because like you have to like go. Like,
Yeah.
Which is kind of, yeah. So it's interesting. Like the last 2 of them were kind of team based games too.
hmm Squid Game itself can be a team game, but there was only 2 left, so.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I suspect that the games of season 3, because we're going to get 3 more games, of course. I would venture to say that game 6 will probably be Squid Game again. I don't know what in the blue hell that the 2 dolls game is going to be. One of the things that you could pick up on in season 1 was the fact that there were hints to what the games were on the walls as the beds were being removed.
Yeah.
I noticed that there were like hangman designs where where people were like hanging on
Imagine
to
playing
a
an
bar.
actual hangman with people.
I'm wondering.
That would be interesting. Matthew, you want to try that? We can do that real quick outside.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
let's get Jacob involved.
We can get a rope. We can get a good rope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for season 3. I think it's going to be incredible. They are, they're gonna do. They're gonna do an American version of it,
Oh.
which I'm not too excited about.
Of course they are.
I was doing the hand dance.
All right, wind up, monkey. Anyway, they are supposedly making an Americanized Squid Game,
Yeah.
and I'm not too excited about that.
I mean, I hope at least they'll change the games for the
Oh
American
God,
ones.
I hope so.
Because if they just do the exact same games, that'll be boring.
Yeah.
That'll be boring.
I think it'll be a continuation. I don't think it's going to be like a remake. I think it'll just be like, this is a worldwide thing. This isn't just in South Korea.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is what it is, and that would be interesting to explore
Mhm.
that too. Yeah.
I would like to see other countries
Yeah,
represented as well in
it
future
would be-
installments.
Japan.
Japan, get America, Mexico,
France.
some South America, European countries, some
Yeah.
African countries. It would be interesting to see, and like especially to see the different types of games each one would play, how like different it would be.
One of the 6-person games was Dachi, the envelope throwing
Yeah.
one. I just remembered that.
If you could have 3 countries for it to go global,
Ooh,
who do you got? Paul first.
Russia, because you know those games are going to be insane. That's in season 2, twice. Yeah, so you know the recruiter. He has more of a prominent. Matthew, I didn't know you were selling crack. Anyway, so the recruiter actually is arguably one of the main characters of episode 1 of season 2. That's his only episode. But he, so the main character sends out like a bunch of narcs to try to find the recruiter because he, he wants to confront him and, hopefully get back into the game. Or at least get information. So 2 of the narcs, if that's the right term, I don't really know. Which actually the leader is the loan shark that he owed money to in season 1 that beat the crap out of him in the bathroom. But him and one of his employees actually get taken by the recruiter whenever they find him. And he makes them play Russian roulette, but the rule, or the game rather, is rock, paper, scissors -1. Which is so brutal. The way that they do it, at least. So, it gets down to the last, round. He puts in, instead of just one bullet, he puts in 5 and leaves 1 spot empty. So it's pretty much like one of them is about to get shot right then at that round. And then whenever it gets to the point that the boss is clearly going to win, he refuses to take back his winning hand, or his losing hand, so that the other one would get shot, and then he gets shot, of course. And then the recruiter plays Russian roulette with the main character a little bit after that. And they have some of the most powerful dialogue in the entire series. It's a great episode. And honestly, Gong Yu is such a phenomenal actor. I would like to see him in more psychotic roles because he did so good in this episode. This was his episode, truly. But yeah, season 2 Squid Game, 10 out of 10 for me.
So what are your other 2 countries? Because you only said Russia.
Oh yeah, Russia. So I would say Russia. I feel like China would be too cliche to say.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say America either because we're already getting that. I would say Italy would be interesting.
Italy's messed up.
Yeah. Hey,
Mhm.
hey, Dylan, you're in the clear. You're good, buddy. You're in the clear now.
hmm
I'm gonna tune back in, but I'm gonna let this one play out.
Okay.
hmm
Yeah, they're talking what if Squid Games did go global, what 3 countries would they want to see it in?
Russia is my first, because you know that those games are going to be messed up.
Right.
Italy is my second pick, and then I would say, Egypt.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
What do you got?
Okay. I'll say different ones from you because Russia
Okay.
definitely would have been up there with me too. Brazil, I think would
Yeah.
be a good
Yeah.
one too. Brazil. I think Mexico would be an interesting one too.
hmm
And then third one.
I do think Japan would be really brutal.
Yeah, Japan, but
same.
I wanna
Battle
go-
Royale, the movie.
I think just England would be interesting because
Ooh.
of the or no, like one of the really older country, like a really old country, like
Ireland or something.
Ireland's not that old, really,
That's true.
compared to a lot of other.
Think back to the countries of your childhood, Matthew.
Shut up.
Yeah. Think about when they declared that they were a country.
One of the African countries.
Yeah, and yeah, like one of the like a Middle Eastern country in general, because like that's where it's a very old, like one of the some of the oldest countries in the world. There
Yeah.
would be so interesting to see.
Greece.
Greece would be interesting, yeah, because like they're like people have been there for literal thousands of years.
Yeah.
And the amount of games that they've invented and stuff. It's
It
the
could
same.
be a Squid Games type gladiator
Exactly,
scenario.
like it's the same way with Mexico. Like Mexico's had people there for 1,000 years with like Aztecs, Mayans, things that they've created brutal stuff there, and it would be interesting to see how they could explore incorporating that into the games that they play.
How about games that take place in Chernobyl?
Have fun with that one.
No, each game you lose, you have to go further into Chernobyl.
Yes.
Yeah.
How close can you get to Pripyat safely?
Yeah. I got.
Call it the melting pot.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Would you say the Squid Game is like the Violent version of the Hunger Games?
No, the Hunger Games
Like
is
the
the violent
Korean version of the Hunger
Games.
Games.
Yeah.
That's what I was
God,
thinking in
no.
my
No.
head because
No.
that's what it feels.
No, because they're like completely. Because even with Squid Games, it is still set in reality.
Yeah.
Like it's still set
Yeah.
in a world.
Yeah.
With Hunger Games,
It's
there
like
are
dystopian.
some similar themes, obviously.
Yeah, that's
with-
what I was saying.
With
Yeah.
a lot of classism involved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the difference is that with Hunger Games, it's a lot more mainstream what they do.
Yeah.
Like it's accepted. It's not hidden, which offers completely different aspects
Yeah, yeah, I see
than
that.
Yeah.
Squid Game does, because it's all hidden and stuff,
Ah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then also with Squid Games, a lot of people die. Really, with Hunger Games, really not that many people really die.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
there's only there's each round there's 26 people.
Yeah. so
Basically,
25 each
and
time.
25 people die, and that's once a year.
In Squid Game, there are 456 players and only one survives.
Yeah, and trying to, and you have to hide that from the world.
Yeah.
The-
I don't
yeah.
think I'd be able to handle
An
it.
interesting note,
Roll it
Dylan,
up.
cover your ears for one more second. An interesting note about season 2 is that they actually do mention that the loan shark from season 1, whenever he's talking to one of his associates, because
Matthew,
they're
stop.
doubting,
Stop.
they're doubting,
Stop.
they're doubting the main character's story, and the loan shark is like, "Well, don't you think it's weird? Like, I have so many people that owe me, and every year they start to just disappear.
Exactly.
So it is noticed in the universe."
And I do like that. Because it is so unlikely that they will
Mm-hmm.
notice about 500 people missing every single year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that they mentioned that.
I almost wonder, I wonder when they go global, if they almost might make it a little bit political in the aspect of trying to get the government involved in shutting it
Well, I
down.
wouldn't be surprised. No, honestly, I think they might do it.
We're
differently.
hypothetical again.
We're hypothetical. I think they might do it differently and more so that the government would be involved.
No, I
honestly.
fully agree.
Because I
We already have evidence of that with the
Well,
front man.
exactly. Because we don't need to make a fake government to hate a government. We can hate
No.
ours. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Like, and I can easily see governments being involved in something like this very easily.
Mhm.
Like,
You're telling me that Joe Biden can't be part of the whole thing? Well, honestly, anyone, any president in recent history.
not even just president, just rich and powerful people.
Yeah.
Easily. That's literally the whole point of Squid Game, is that the rich and powerful have this much power to be able to kill 500 people every year and just get away with it.
Yeah.
Because it's entertainment for them.
Man, it's all about strategy, and I mean, like, humongous strategy. Like, try not to die. Good luck.
It's not even just strategy. There's a
Part of
lot
it
of
is
games
luck.
that are luck.
Yeah.
Like, because there's the
Such
there
as the
was,
tug of war.
even
Yeah.
in the first season there was
The marbles.
the marbles was luck. Really the tug of war game is luck too.
Yeah.
Because you have to have good teammates.
Yeah,
And you
true.
have to hope your teammates are stronger than
Yeah.
the other
'Cause-
squad.
Because here's the thing. I feel like that of the podcast, Dylan and I are probably the two strongest members of the podcast. So if you had two of us on the same team,
Yeah, the rest of you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's not
and
close.
and the rest, if we were all on the same team, but only Dylan and I were really pulling any weight, but then we had Eddie Hall, Hafthor Bjornsson,
Mark
Brian
Murray,
Shaw.
like
yeah, if we had
You're
all them
screwed.
on the other side, yeah, we're cooked.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though we could arguably win with other strong members.
Yeah.
no, I still think even you have some
It
strong
had to be
people.
like balanced teams.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's the thing.
But y'all would be kind of at the crap end of the straw.
Yeah.
If we did 3 versus 2, just did the podcast, Garrett, John, and I could be on one end, and you and Dylan on one end, and
We'd still cook you.
yeah.
We'd still cook you.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is, like, weirdly enough, a lot of the games don't revolve around skill. It is luck.
Yeah.
And that's really how society is, too. Is when you think about the rich and powerful, a lot of them aren't there because they worked for it. There are obviously a few, like quite a few.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are there because they got lucky. They got
Or inherited.
They got lucky. That's lucky
Yeah.
to me. You got born into a rich family. You got a loan of $1 million. You know, you win a lottery. You know, that's luck.
Yeah.
And that's how
I'd
a
be
lot
a
of
nervous
rich people
wreck.
get
I
it.
couldn't do it.
Where they steal how famous people, they steal ideas from other people. Edison, like we everybody knows Thomas Edison, but he stole so many ideas from Nikola Tesla.
Interesting.
And he became rich and powerful off of that. And that's just how people are. That's how people have been all throughout human history.
Yeah. I will say one more quick thing, and then we'll go on to whatever the next thing is going to be.
Next thing we're going to start talking about our worst movies of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just so fascinated by the success of Squid Game. It's very fascinating that what Netflix has done.
I'm not really, because Squid Game, it's a lot of people have definitely gotten more into understanding classism.
True.
And that's literally the biggest part of Squid Games.
Yeah.
Is the classism of it.
There's also a lot of popularity of South Korean projects right now.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
With
Yeah.
music and
exactly.
movies
Because
and
before
stuff.
K-pop, literal like the last 5 years before Squid Game came up, there was a whole K-pop
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's
Movies
not,
like Parasite,
Yeah, Parasite. There's the
Train to Busan.
there's the manhwa that have come out. There's the animes that have come out and stuff like that. That's just pushed really Korea into the forefront of media.
Yeah.
So that when you have a Netflix show that has something that people are now interested in learning about, classism, and you have something that people are obsessed about, the Korean media, you combine those onto a streaming platform which millions upon millions of people use. Of course, it was going to blow up.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
It's like the show Ninja Warrior. It was very popular outside the United States, but then American Ninja Warrior came in. It got huge popularity on NBC because of that really cool thing. It's like, hey, let's make it as a show, and seasons later, it's still going on. It's very fascinating. So
I love it. That's such a good show.
yeah, it is.
Bro,
I
no,
love it.
no.
love
I
it,
used to
dude.
watch
It's so
American
good.
Ninja Warrior 2, like quite often. It is actually like, really entertaining to watch.
How
My
do they
toxic
do that?
trait is
It's so
thinking that I
crazy.
could have done
it's so
it.
crazy.
No, the amount of delusion
It's
I
all
had,
about training, folks.
the amount of
I love it.
delusion I
So
had
good.
thinking I could do that was crazy.
I had a friend that tried out.
Oh yeah,
you
Yeah.
did?
They had
so it did.
tryouts
Nice.
in Indianapolis.
They did,
when-
yes.
when I was in high school.
I remember that.
And I had a friend who, holy hell, I'm not going to say his name just in case.
Yeah.
But anybody that knows this man knows this man. This dude was built like a brick house.
Nice.
Like he was the most muscular kid in school.
That's awesome.
But he was like a swimming champ. He was super athletic. And he tried out. I'm pretty sure he tried out that year. Didn't make it on, but he at least did the zip line. That they had that year. That was
because honestly, if you look at a lot of the people for American Ninja Warrior, none of them are really that muscular. They're a lot more lean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the American Ninja Warrior, it's not like obviously there's a lot of strength involved. Like
it's like upper body, but
it's a lot more about your. It's kind of like calisthenics in a lot of way, really, because you're running, you're sprinting. Like a lot of it's grip strength, really, too.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
if you do parkour or if you do rock climbing and stuff like that, you would probably do really well on American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Or if you're a
Absolutely.
gymnast too, you would do well. If you just do like bodybuilding and stuff like that, I'm sorry, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do well.
Yeah.
You're not making
No.
past the half and half planks across the river.
You're going into the water like immediately.
As someone who has trained, there is a difference in muscular strength and bodybuilding strength.
Oh, 100%. Well, yeah,
a huge difference.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was Japan has a show that I've not watched yet. I'm ashamed that I haven't watched it yet. They essentially have pro skater Tony Hawk as a competition in Japan, where it's like Wipeout both skateboarding.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. They've dropped like 2 or 3
I
episodes.
might have to
Oh,
know.
nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
It's essentially like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like challenges and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah.
Great video game.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. But there you go. That was a start on Squid Game, a little bit of American Ninja Warrior. Guys, tell us your thoughts about Squid Game Season 2.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the show? Did you guys love it? Did you actually enjoy it? And what was your favorite moment of the show? Please let us know in the comments.
We're about at 50 views so far, so if you guys want to...
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Go ahead and share us with your friends if you are watching right now.
yes,
if you want to.
please, absolutely.
Yeah. Last year we hit about, I think it was like 320 total
Christ.
after the first 24 hours.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people watched later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see if we can break that this year. Let's see if we can get to like 400.
That would be nice.
Let's get to 420.
Yeah.
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 No.
Going
If
for
it gets to 420, nobody else can join.
Yeah.
Has a
Yes,
stop
please.
there.
We didn't say this earlier. We got a challenge for you guys. If you can get us to 100 concurrent viewers, Paul's actually going to make a custom art piece if you guys hit the 100 viewers at one time.
Yeah. Let's
And
go, guys.
For every 100 viewers we get, all 5 main guys from the podcast will autograph it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
So-
getting another one at every 150.
Yeah, so every 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if we get
100,
200,
200.
we'll give 2, 303. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get the views going.
405.
Get to 1,000, you guys get 10.
Yeah.
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 So let's get the views going. Let's go for it.
Yeah. We're going to get into our worst movies of the year. We'll kind of,
Whew.
if you have 5, you can do 5. If not,
Bro, I'm going to keep it a bug. I need to do, remember movies
yeah.
that come out this
we'll
year.
just kind of like roll this way
Yeah.
and go around.
Okay.
All right, who's going first?
I said we'll roll this way, starting
Oh.
with Dylan.
And I guess I'm going last, which is totally
somebody else
fine.
is going first because I didn't prepare.
Yeah,
a
no,
word
go
for
the
it.
other way. Go the other way.
Start with John.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to start with me?
Okay.
Okay, I can definitely do that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna.
Everybody hold on to your butts. John's
Okay.
going first.
Yeah, I'm gonna look straight at the
Lord
camera.
forbid.
I'm gonna look straight at the
I already
camera.
know like
what
what
I'm
his
gonna
answer's
say
going to
here.
be. Too.
You can't
Hey,
look at the
before
camera
you say
straight
anything,
because you're
be
not here.
nice.
Oh, you
Be
know,
nice.
you know, I'm not gonna be nice to
No,
movies
you gotta
that
be
I
nice.
absolutely hate.
You gotta be nice. At
I
least
will
be respectful.
annihilate you. I'll put it that way.
How am I supposed to be nice to terrible films? You know
I will
that's not
be-
gonna
By
happen.
being honest
I will
rather
bend
than
you over my
rude.
knee, I swear.
Now that'll get us views.
Yes.
Guys,
Actually, on
this
second
how
thought,
works
let's do
One
that.
side or the other.
Guys,
No,
this is
no.
how worst movies work. You're not allowed to be nice. That's how
All
it
right,
works.
no, you
on
have
movies.
to-
In what
Look,
universe?
Look. Just be respectful. That's all you have to be.
Yeah, it
Okay.
goes on John's OnlyFans.
Look.
Yeah,
Look,
that's
just
what I'm
say
saying.
just say the movie you don't like and explain why you don't like it in a respectful manner. That's all you have to do.
Yes.
Okay, don't
Please
get
no
all.
rants.
It's
Yeah,
called,
good
it's called
luck
common
with-
courtesy.
Keep it,
Yeah,
like,
all right. I'm
under
gonna
2
try
minutes.
my best. I'm gonna try. Oh,
You
gosh.
better.
No
You better
try,
do more than
only
just
do.
Try.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Okay.
issues.
Okay. Now, Matthew told me he had a top 5 worst movies of the year. I only had 2 of them because
We know
I
what
see-
two they're
I
going
see-
to
we know exactly
so
what to do there.
so I seen. When I say that this was my favorite year of movies, that this was a great year for films. But unfortunately, there were 2 movies that I went to see in theaters that angered me so much
Wonder what they could be.
that
Yeah, Mufasa
that it made me think to myself, how can you count those as movies?
Definitely Deadpool.
So, let's start off with my second least favorite that irritated me the most. Now, of course, it's one of the Sony Universe movies.
Surprise.
Here's the good news. Venom the Last Dance is not on there because I happen to enjoy that movie. The bad news is there was a movie that irritated me but also disappointed me big time. So, first off is Kraven the Hunter. Now, I will say this about Kraven the Hunter. Marvel Spider-Man 2, I love the video game. And Kraven is a fascinating character, which I won't get into spoilers because I know you never played the game, which you absolutely would love the game. Kraven, it was a fascinating character, and I thought to myself, okay, that's not a bad idea. Maybe Kraven can be a good idea for a solo character for a movie. Maybe Sony has learned their lesson, but I'm not confident. And there also were some good writers behind it. There were some good writers of Expendables 2, The Magnificent Seven, remake, which I loved. I also like Uncharted movie, and they were also the writers of Iron Man. Not the whole credited, but still, they were part of the credit for Iron Man. And then you get to this movie, and I will say this. Eric Taylor Johnson, I will definitely say, much better casting choice of leader than the one I'll get to later. And I will say that the music score was actually nice. But that's all the nice thing you're going to say about this movie. This movie was dreadful from start to finish. First of all, the script was terrible. Secondly, the visual effects look so cartoonish, which I don't know how in God's
I thought you
name
liked cartoons.
it costs $110 to $130 million.
Are you an animation expert?
I don't know how that's even possible.
I thought that you like cartoons.
Hey, I like cartoons too, but I like to see a movie that looks realistic. This was not
You went
realistic.
to a comic movie, my guy.
You expected to see a character called Rhino that's supposed to be an artificial human rhino, and
you
you
wanted
expect
it
it to be real.
realistic.
How?
Yes.
How is that going to be realistic?
He wanted the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Rhino. That's what he wanted right there.
To be fair, that's a valid point. I thought that design was pretty cool.
Yeah,
okay.
it was cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
the main problem with Rhino really is
Yeah,
in this movie was
but the
that
visual
it looked-
effects, the visual effects was just god-awful. And even the lion as a whole, that did not look like a realistic lion. I mean, the remake of The Lion King did better visuals with the lion, for goodness sakes. And then you get to the characters.
You want him to get an actual lion?
It's not Christopher Nolan, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get into
That's not a compliment.
Then you get into the characters. Russell Crowe, which what in the world were you trying to do with that accent? That might have been one of the worst accents I've ever heard for a movie. I could understand a word. I could understand the word he was saying, and then of course the character that played Rhino was a terrible villain, which I was so disappointed because that was the best thing in the trailer. Which, by the way, why do trailers look better than movies? I don't understand that.
Because it's cut up.
Yeah. And Kraven and the Hunter as a whole, it not only disappointed me, but it made me mad the most. Also, oh, my grandmother died and I haven't seen her since. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works in life.
I will give you that.
That's
will
how
give
it
you
works
that.
That
in
is fair.
life. Well, I'm sorry. But
Why did you just apologize to
yeah,
the water
I
bottle?
hit the table by accident.
You apologized to the
I mean,
You apologize to the table.
but Kraven the Hunter, it irritated me. It disappointed me, which I'm gonna ask Matthew a question about the movie, which I'll get to later. But Kraven the Hunter, it was just dreadful. As for
Wrong.
Madam Web,
Hey,
same
bro,
thing.
Bro, we said one.
Even as or even more terrible. Like First off, Dakota Johnson knew that it was going to be a bad movie. She knew. So
Here we
thank
go,
you,
take
Dakota
your
Johnson, for realizing it was a bad film. Secondly, just like with the other Sony Universe movies, there was reshoots. Which,
So?
look,
That's not uncommon.
That's the same thing with a lot of movies.
I've done
Look,
reshoots.
I understand that it's hard to make a movie. Now, I'm not saying making a movie is easy. I am not saying that. Of course, it's not easy to make a movie. Of course, it's not. But when Sony knew that this movie was not going to do good, they should have just canceled the whole thing.
Well, then
No. Yes, they should, because
No.
when the film is that dreadful and you knew that the
It's
film was
not
going
dreadful.
to suck, you should have just canceled the whole project and
Well, no,
actually
'cause
not
it-
released
'cause-
this thing.
No, wait. The reason they shouldn't cancel a movie is because then you're definitely losing money. At least if you put it out, you can make a little bit
so
of
it
the
makes
money
sense
back.
to cancel Batgirl and not cancel Man of Web. Yeah,
No
that
one
makes
said
sense.
that they should
No
have
one
canceled
said
it.
that. I said the exact opposite. In fact, you shouldn't cancel a movie because then you're guaranteed to lose money.
Here's the
if you
thing,
at least
John.
put it out, you can make a little
I
bit of
wasn't
money.
done
Here's-
yet, by the way. I wasn't done.
I'm just gonna say this real quick because I want to provide some humility here.
Hopefully some clarity.
Yes.
I'm still staring at the camera, by the way.
There are some film projects that I have been a part of that I put money into that ended up for one reason or another not getting released. I lost that money. The only way that I have a shot of making any money back is if it gets released. And preferably gets a good distributor. But if I don't put it out, I can't make money back. A studio's goal is to make some money back on their investment.
To make money, make a profit.
So no, they should not have. Like they shouldn't have canceled Batgirl.
I mean, look at The Flash. I could have went with that movie never being released. The studio lost a lot of money, but they would have lost.
Unfortunately, yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
lost even more if they didn't release it.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like if you don't put out a movie or whatever it is you're making, you're guaranteed to lose money.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. But at least if you put it out, even if you don't make it all back, you at least make a little bit of it back. You make something.
You have a chance to make something.
Exactly. Even if it's a 3% of it, you still at least make 3% of it back than just losing it all.
I can tell you this too. Like whenever you have investors involved, if you don't put out a product that they invested in,
Yeah, you lose investors, you lose so much money,
Yeah.
and you could get sued for that too.
that is true. Yes,
Well,
you can get sued for that.
Yeah. But my point is that which guys, let me ask you a question. Did you see any TV advertisement for Man and Web?
Yes.
No, there
Yes.
was. See, from
How
my
can you
TV.
say I didn't see something when I'm saying I did?
See, from my see from my TV that I had.
Okay, the one
there
you
was-
had
Turn off
that
Frozen
you-
for
there was
5
not one
minutes!
time.
There was not much advertisement for this movie. See,
Okay, for you.
Okay, wait. So wait. One of your problems is that there wasn't a lot of advertisement for the movie. There's a lot
Did
of
you see
movies
any
that don't
marketing?
get. There's a lot of movies that don't get marketed that much.
Shazam too. Blue
Shazam
Beetle.
too. Shazam itself.
Juror number
That's what I'm
2.
saying. The
Godzilla. All these didn't really get that much TV advertisement because a lot of people
I
don't
meant
watch
to say marketing.
TV.
That's what I meant to say. I meant
but
to say marketing
the
for
same
this movie.
thing. Like not a lot of movies
just want
market.
Sorry. This is the same motherfucker that said Barbie had a horrible marketing campaign.
Wait. you
No.
actually- wait,
That's
what?
exactly what you said.
That's
That
not
is
what I said.
exactly
No,
what you
that is
said.
not
You
true,
said that
Malachi.
That
the
is
trailers
exactly-
all looked bad.
That's
You
what I
said
said.
everything you were seeing come out about the movie was bad.
Barbie had some of the best
Fucking
marketing.
exactly.
Barbie and Oppenheimer literally had the best marketing, and that's coming from Margot Robbie and
Greta Gerwig.
Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. Thank you.
Cillian Murphy.
Themselves, they
Yeah.
both said it like it was authentic too because they didn't try and push it. It was just that was people themselves doing that.
Oppenheimer's
And it had
marketing
some-
was the bomb.
Be quiet. We're having a discussion, right?
Quiet, the men are
Adults talking
talking.
about movies.
Quiet, men are talking here. Like you had some of the best marketing in a long time.
Yeah.
The last thing I could think of that had better marketing was Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Really. And that's
Yeah.
because it was literally the biggest build up to
Yeah.
one of the biggest franchises in movie
And it
history.
worked.
There
Yeah.
was basically
Right?
10 years of marketing. Yeah.
Literally, it's
Another-
a whole decade of marketing.
And
Another
and-
great.
And honestly, I think Barbie and Oppenheimer really just by alone really beat them in marketing
Yeah.
on that standpoint too.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Barbie
Another-
did surprise me that I actually liked the movie. I was very surprised. That
Well,
I
yeah, it was
actually
a
did
great
love the
movie,
film.
that's why.
So I just give you guys a heads up.
Another great example of great marketing is the first Smile movie. They literally had some
Ah.
of the actors go to like random events and just stand there and do the smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect marketing.
And honestly,
Deadpool.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
the pizza.
Yeah, the Deadpool, the first movie, really didn't have that much
the
marketing
one
at all,
this year,
too.
A lot of movies. A lot of movies these days don't get many TV
Honestly,
advertisements.
the main marketing I saw for the Deadpool movie this year was mainly just the few things that, like when Ryan made
Hugh.
the video
Yeah.
of talking to Hugh as he went up the
I
stairs.
saw a lot on
that was
TikTok.
really
Yeah.
the main thing I remember.
Oh.
And then it just got reposted so much on TikTok and stuff. Yeah, like you have to make something that could just market itself.
Yes, exactly.
That's the real thing. And a lot of places like Madam Web didn't really get it. It marketed, but it didn't make it so it could market itself to people.
There's a lot of movies don't get TV advertisements anymore. It started with Deadpool, the first one.
Mhm.
That's when they went into creative marketing, and online just took care of the marketing itself. Like that's when they started getting really creative with different gimmicks and stuff like that to gain more traction online.
Yeah, no, I saw marketing. Excuse me. The main marketing.
How dare you?
The main marketing you'll see now is on YouTube. Really.
Yeah.
Like
Or
if
memes.
if you watch YouTube videos, you'll get the marketing. I saw a few from Madam Web on YouTube ads.
Mhm.
That's just how it is now. Like going through TV, you're not gonna find anything. You're not gonna find anything. Obviously, most people just do
Super Bowl
streaming
trailers,
now.
that's about it.
Streaming now, and then you're just seeing what Netflix has on Netflix. You're seeing what Hulu has on Hulu. You're seeing what Paramount has on Paramount. What HBO has on HBO. You're not going to see them promoting something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unless it's literally the Super Bowl itself, you're not really going to get much television marketing.
Yeah. All right, but anyway.
Back
as-
to your bad take.
Yeah.
It is not a bad take.
We just said why it was a bad thing.
What I'm trying to say is, people, is that everything I saw from Madam Web looked terrible. And I actually thought to myself, okay, this film is going to be doomed. But I was hoping that I would be wrong. And boy, I was
We're
right
wrong.
the first time. It was bad from start to finish. As I
Wrong.
said it before, the story was terrible. Don't get me started with the visuals, because, again, that does not look like a real superhero film. Like, I've seen way better looking superhero movies than this crap.
'Kay.
And then the characters.
Well, yeah, because they had Disney behind them.
Oh,
Counterpoint. Get ready to cook. Objectively, the color grading is better in Madam Web than in No Way Home.
Yes.
No.
True.
no.
Color grading, yes.
Yes.
No, okay. The main problem with Madam Web that I will say, it wasn't the camera work. The camera work was fine. The
The camera work was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
How it
Yes,
looked.
it was.
No, how it
No.
looked wasn't bad. The main problem I have is that it didn't really feel like a Madam Web movie.
No.
Okay, because it didn't stick to the character.
They focused
of
too
Madam-
much on Peter Parker.
yeah, and they focused on Peter Parker, and they never showed Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
They focused on this weird random spider dude, basically, right? And then
The idea for him was terrible.
yeah, and the way they tried to explain her powers, it didn't make sense
No.
at all. Because that's not because how they explained it isn't even how her powers work.
They're
Right.
trying too hard to make Final
Now-
Destination.
That is true, actually. It was very Final Destination, even worse. Now with Craven though,
I wasn't done, by the way, but go ahead.
with Craven, the way they give him his lion powers through the serum thingamajig was how he got it in comics. So with Craven, it was actually it was decently comic accurate, to be fair. Not all the way, obviously, but like decently.
No.
Yeah.
You don't even read comics!
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't say shit about comic accuracy.
like there was
John.
comic accuracy. Obviously, not the whole thing, because no superhero movie is ever gonna be completely 100% comic accurate.
Except
Right.
for the DC animated ones.
And no, even then, they're not
Like
completely
Flashpoint and
No,
stuff?
that's
No, that still wasn't 1-to-1.
no, it's still not
It
completely
was
accurate.
close.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, it's
but
close,
yeah.
but yeah, it's never gonna be
Still got the
complete-
differences.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's never going to be
You're not gonna get that with every
completely
adaptation
accurate.
ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when you're making a movie, you want to put your own thing onto
Right.
it.
Exactly.
That's just how movies are. That's how every person is.
Such as the new Nosferatu.
Exactly. That's why reboots are so much different. Even if
Nosferatu.
they try and make the same story in a way, it's still going to be different. With Craven, really the main problem I had with Craven is that a lot of Craven's character gets wronged by media in general. Even with like the only thing I can think of that gets Craven really right is his Spider-Man 2 game, because Craven wants to die. Literally, that's the whole thing about Craven. Craven in his first appearance died in the comics, and then he got brought back to life. And in the same comic he got brought back to life, he said, "Why did you bring me back to life? The story was perfect." Right? And then he tried to find ways to die. Right? He made clones of himself to try and kill him, and it didn't work.
I'm heart reacting our own video.
You're heart reacting our own live
Trying to
feed.
manipulate
Oh, of
the
course you
algorithm
are.
here?
Yeah,
Crazy.
sure.
Crazy. But no, yeah, that was really the main problem with Craven, and then the story felt a little wonky at times, but that's a lot of movies in general.
it was very wonky. Like there's no just saying that. But as I was getting to the rest of the matter, which I wasn't even finished yet.
I think that you should be finished. about
no,
that.
No,
I'm not finished.
you've gone for a while.
I think, yeah,
I have
please.
more things to
No.
say.
John, you
Visual
cannot
have already-
everything else that you
characters
haven't
are
said this
bad.
fucking
You have
year.
already
Everything
said.
about it.
You've
All right,
already
wait,
said all
wait,
of this.
all right,
Let's
all right,
move
here,
on.
wait. You have until it becomes 39. Okay, you have a minute left. You basically have a minute and like 30
okay,
seconds.
fine.
Because
Okay,
you've been
fine.
talking about this
Okay,
all year.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's your
Okay,
cutoff.
fucking month.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
your cutoff.
fine.
Go.
Okay, fine. Okay, Kraven was horrible. Madam Web is horrible.
Incorrect.
Shush.
No.
You're wrong too. Both movies are horrible,
Two.
and they're easily the worst films of 2024. And one more thing. The CEO tried to back up these movies by saying, "Oh, the reason why the movies are bad is because the critics fall." No,
that's
it's
wrong.
That's a
not.
misquote.
That's not the reason why the movies are bad. It's because of you moron, made the decisions of making these movies. So,
He's on the money
Hey,
with that.
hey, we said be respectful. Don't call people morons here.
the
Okay,
CEO
even
the
no,
CEO is full
I
of
will no.
idiots.
Even if they are, don't call them idiots. Be respectful here.
So
Yeah,
look,
get a little
that's
nice.
what I can say about this point. And now that gets to the question to Matthew, and you cannot back off this one. Why would you give 4 stars to Kraven the Hunter to this
You don't have to
garbage
answer
movie?
that.
Yes, you
Yeah, you
need to
don't have to
answer.
answer. You do not
can't
have to
back off
answer.
now.
Legally, you do not have to
Answer
answer.
this
I plead
now.
the fifth.
Yeah, as the
Yeah.
other superhero.
Yeah, he doesn't. He legally does not have to
I'm not
answer
backing
that.
into this trap.
He
Yeah,
legally
you're
does
good.
not have to
No,
answer that
Matthew,
question.
you have to give me an answer.
That's
Why did
factually
you give
correct.
4 stars to this crap?
Legally
Seriously.
doesn't-
All right, so
Legally does not-
that puts me as next for worst rankings, right?
Please, go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
10:39 now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, please do. Thank God I don't have to talk about this movie ever again.
You never had to in the first place.
That's Sony's fault!
It's your fault.
What you said.
You are the only one who has kept this up for almost a whole fucking year. You could have stopped at any time.
The year is over. You don't need to mention it anymore.
Good.
Next time I'm putting you in Squid Game.
Another peep about that fucking movie. We're turning off the board for you.
Yeah, right. Hey, yeah.
Anyway,
Fill it with white noise.
Night Swim was a terrible movie. I couldn't even finish that godforsaken movie. It is easily the worst. Well, no, it's not the worst horror movie of the year. That will lead me to my second one, Out of Darkness. I hated that so much. It was the dumbest movie I've seen this year.
You watched
Yeah,
it?
that
Look up
movie.
Night Swim. Yeah, no, oh god, Night Swim was not. Yeah, no. You said it. I'm like, wait, what's that movie? Google it.
Yeah.
God.
I also would include Imaginary on that list. It just did nothing for me.
Mhm.
It was okay. I can see why some people might be okay with it. But it just wasn't up my alley. Which is exactly what John could say about Madam Web and Craven, but
You know,
It's terrible, dude!
hey, be quiet. It's not your turn.
It's not your cup of tea. You can be quiet
Put your
now. The
turn
men
away
are
in that.
talking.
You keep mentioning these movies.
No,
I'm gonna make so many memes out of his faces in this video.
All right, so Imaginary. Yeah, I said what I said about that. The other one that I would say is ISS.
I need to rewatch it because I feel like I'll enjoy it more if I watch it by myself.
Mhm. I would like to rewatch it again at some point. I
I
like
think we were
the
just off that day.
yeah.
well, I mean, in some movies you gotta watch like maybe more
Yeah.
than once. Too.
All 3 of us went to see that, by the way, in theaters when it came out in January.
I think you're the only one that liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Not
like
shocking.
it, and I did like it, and I don't think it's one of the worst movies because I find this
It's
movie
my
to-
list, not yours. So
I know, but I find this movie to be way better than what people
It's
get
not
credit
discussion
to.
time over his
No.
picks yet.
So, okay.
Let him.
Next pick we can debate Wicked.
No! No!
Okay, I can't really talk on this one. I haven't seen it.
Same.
No.
But I'm really entertained already. Hey, let him explain.
figured I
He
know
let
the
you
answer.
explain why you didn't like Craven and Madam Web, even though he disagreed. Let him explain why he doesn't like
That
Wicked.
better be
Let
you,
him-
you better not be serious.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. You gotta let him
Hey.
cook.
Mute John.
Yes, mute him.
No, not this again. Come on.
All right, you're good now.
Okay. So I'm gonna demonstrate what it means to be civil about a disagreement. Okay. It was not my style of movie.
Yeah.
I love The Wizard of Oz. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. Wicked did not live up to that for me.
What about it didn't live up to it?
I feel like it was, and I know that this is going to anger some people, and that's fine. It's just my own
It's
personal
gonna
opinion.
anger John.
I feel like it was unnecessary. I don't think it's necessary to make adaptions from plays. You know, I can see why they did, and it was a great move on their part because it was very financially successful. So I'm not saying that it shouldn't have been made.
Okay.
I'm just
You
saying.
just think that making movies into musicals is kind of unnecessary in some points.
I feel like that it's a successful Broadway show.
Mm.
It's the jump.
It's the jump that I feel is unnecessary.
You think it's good because like some things are just good just because they're a musical, like just because
Yeah.
they're a Broadway musical.
Correct.
And then when they become a movie, they kind of lose that charm that made it there in
Mhm.
the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
get
could
that.
see that. It
Yeah.
was kind of like when Hamilton got its
Yes,
movie
exactly.
and got on Disney. It didn't have the same feel as it did when you would watch
Mhm.
videos of their live performance.
Yeah.
So I can understand definitely what you're saying on that part.
It's kind of not yet. It's kind of like the Cursed Child. Kind of like the Cursed Child. You know, like they're obviously there's obviously going to be either a movie or one of the seasons of the show that's coming out on Max. There's obviously going to be an adaptation of the Cursed Child at some point. I feel like it is just fine as it is. I personally don't need to see a movie or a series or a season rather to enjoy what's already good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it shouldn't happen because there are a lot of people who love that. I'd probably even love it.
Mhm.
And I'm not even saying that Wicked is a bad movie.
You just didn't like it.
I feel like it. I feel like that for my own personal enjoyment, it just didn't do a lot for me.
Yeah.
It was
That's fully fair.
it was a long movie. The musical parts weren't terrible.
It's Ariana Grande.
I have been an I've been an Ariana Grande fan for probably over half of my life at this point.
Yeah,
You know,
since
because she
Victorious.
was
Victorious.
yes.
She was good on that one.
I used to get
Love
made
Cat.
fun of in
I love
school.
She was one of the best characters.
She was my favorite. Like
100%. Her and Andre. I loved Andre.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I used to get made fun of all the time for loving that show in school, and it's just like it was such a great show.
The songs were
Good
bomb.
I-
too.
now,
Yeah,
granted-
the songs were actually good.
What we know now about how they were treated,
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously. Well, that's
But-
with a lot of Nickelodeon stuff.
But you know, like Ariana Grande is a great singer.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is going to be that is going to be my that's going to be my final worst movie of the year.
Okay, now be
boy.
civil.
Am I allowed to respond? To
Yes,
to-
but
to-
be
to what he
civil.
said? I completely disagree with you, and
That's fine.
that might be your worst takes and all the takes that I have heard. First of all, I thought they were going to screw this movie up. That I will admit. But I found this movie to be exciting. I loved the musical aspect. I thought the performances were incredible. They're going to get a bunch of Oscar nominations for Ariana
They
Grande
probably
and
will.
Cindy Rebo. They definitely will. And as for the movie being too long, I'm sorry. I thought the time fly by so beautifully. It was meant
It's
to be
up
it was
your
meant to
alley,
be
though.
This long.
This is your kind of movie. It's not my
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Case in point, Nosferatu. Now, granted, it's not quite as long as Wicked, but you
Maybe.
know,
Maybe, depending on what I seen earlier.
Well, yeah, there is an extended cut of Nosferatu, but Nosferatu is a longer horror film. Horror films are much more up my alley, and I don't typically like longer movies, but I really enjoy the new Nosferatu.
Yeah, if you like horror movies, Wicked's literally the exact opposite, basically. Of
Yeah.
what you would usually like.
And like me, I like longer movies. You know, Interstellar is one of my favorite movies.
Great movie.
yeah.
But you start bringing a horror movie to 2 hours and 20 minutes, and it's like,
For example, Terrifier 3, Matthew could not sit through.
Well, he's tried. I mean,
He hasn't tried.
no.
I guess I have to give you credit for at least you watched it, which thank you for giving it a chance. Which I'm sorry you didn't love the movie. I really am. I was hoping you would like it.
There's no reason to
but
be
then
sorry.
again, though, I heard other people say they didn't care for it, which always make me roll my eyes like, oh God, really, guys?
That's
maybe
exactly
maybe
my
you're in the
reaction
wrong
whenever you
mood
continuously
and
bring up
all
Madam
that
Web.
stuff and
That's my reaction when you say a Toy Story
stuff.
horror movie.
Of
wouldn't
course,
be good.
of course, we haven't even got to the best of the movies yet, and of course,
I think we
I'm
know
the
what's
biggest
gonna be
Wicked
on
I
there.
defender,
figure
so.
I would venture to say that is going to be in your top 3. Wicked
Yeah,
will be
I
in your
think
top
so.
3.
Yeah, I think.
Well, you'll be surprised what I actually have entered my top 10 best movies of the year. So get ready to be surprised.
Okay.
Top
All right.
Either way,
Top-
let's
We're not
let's-
going through all 10 here.
let's
Not
move
yet.
to
yeah, Matthew.
Yeah, but
Sir Matthew
I love
House
the
Walker.
movie, and I gotta say, Defying Gravity. I was in tears when Defying Gravity played. Like,
What?
did you not
Wait till you
cry?
do your top
Bro,
of the
bro,
year.
wait, bro.
I was
Wait.
talking about what he was.
Yeah, you
claiming.
keep going on about Wicked.
I didn't say anything about the gravity whatever. Let's go to Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew, what's your worst movies?
And let's put our mics in our
worst
laps.
movies of the year.
So 5 to 1, 1 being the absolute worst. 5 is No Way Up. I love shark movies. I'm a sucker for shark movies. This was not it. The acting was atrocious. I can forgive stuff if it's not scientifically accurate. I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
This throws all logic out the window, especially considering it's a horror movie that was supposed to be realistic. If it's supposed to be realistic, the fact that something so stupid could happen. Okay, so airplane crashes in the ocean. About 800, 900 feet down, 1,000 feet, something like that, whatever. Airplane breaks apart. Their plan to get out is go through the hole in the aircraft, take the life jackets, and expand them. They'll shoot up to the surface. John, Disney song reference, surface pressure.
Really?
You're going to pop like a balloon if you shoot a life jacket down 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
I might have to see that scene for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might need-
Alaska Submarine.
I might
about
need
that
to
one.
watch. Was that the one they said it's the best since Jaws?
No, that was Under Paris.
Oh, okay.
That's not that good either.
Well, there you go.
Now, same with Paul, Out of Darkness. It was 4 from last. The Fake Out. It was, what they... This studio has 2 movies in my top 5 worst movies. Same with Paul. He had ISS.
Oh no.
ISS was a little bit better compared to those other 2. Out of Darkness, they marketed it like a creature feature. It was set in caveman times. When it was finally revealed, it was just some like crazy cavemen that were like farther back on the chain. And like they were like acting like dressed up as creatures. There was no actual creatures.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 is Night Swim. Like, it's just a horrible all-around movie. Not Blumhouse's finest in the slightest.
No.
Ooh, this one. Ooh. It's the one from I told you like 2 days ago. Slingshot. The other Bleecker Street studio movie. Words can't even describe how infuriated I was.
I saw your review. Was it a half star you give it?
Oh, yeah.
I think that Matthew didn't even want to give it a half star. If he could have given it 0 stars, he would have.
So, it's a psychological sci-fi movie. Sci-fi thriller.
Okay.
It's about a trip astronauts take to Titan. And, like, they go into sleep cycles and stuff because it takes, like, 2 years to get there. And they keep going into hibernation. But the drugs could cause some mental effects. So they wake up and he slowly loses his mind, the main character. And he goes crazy on the ship. And like he thinks he's paranoid about the captain. He thinks the captain killed the other crew member. And like he's just losing his mind. And he keeps hearing voices and the captain's like, "You're just imagining things. You're going crazy." The voices he was hearing are real. Turns out he was never in space. Homie was all by himself and hallucinated the entire movie. He was in a testing facility underground to simulate the space flight. He was hearing the comm radios from him testing. So the entire movie, like, minus 3 minutes of a 40-hour and 49-minute movie was a hallucination.
Wait, how long was the movie?
Hour and 49 minutes.
Oh, for
And,
a
like,
second I thought
3
you
to-
said 4 hours and 49 minutes. I was
No.
like, I see why you be pissed.
No, 3 to 5 minutes of it was not a hallucination. The rest was all hallucination.
Well, okay. To be fair with that though,
Sounds like
that
it was Breaking
is
Dawn Part 2.
that's an interesting concept though. Like it is an interesting concept to make a movie and make it a complete hallucination of a character,
I guess.
right? I just think you didn't like it mainly is because they just didn't do that, and because it probably just wasn't really
It wasn't sci-fi enough.
sci-fi, or they just didn't like do the idea really justice probably with how they did it.
If I'm gonna watch a space movie with hallucinations, I'm gonna watch Event Horizon.
I just found out the Lawrence Fishburne was in it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, he was also in Event Horizon.
Which he was good.
Oh boy, when Garrett sees this, oh boy. Worst movie of the year, Megalopolis.
Really?
This movie is a freaking train wreck.
I wanted to live react it with you, but I didn't get a chance to.
Hey, Matthew.
What?
It's one of mine too.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's one of mine too.
Yeah.
It's such a bad movie, my guy. Oh my.
For those of you who are living on a rock and don't know what this movie is, this was made by Francis Ford Coppola,
Yeah.
the freaking creator of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now.
No.
Two of the three, whatever. The Godfather trilogy and Apocalypse Now. Some of the greatest concerned movies of all time. This movie made absolutely no freaking sense. The acting, I don't know what I watched in the writing. That scene with Adam Driver going to the club. It's like, what is this writing? Or what was freaking Aubrey Plaza's character name? Wow Platinum or something was her name. It was supposed to be like a sci-fi futuristic retelling of ancient Rome.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is this? I don't even know what this movie was.
Not good. That's what it was.
It will go down as one of the worst movies of this century.
I wouldn't go that far.
It will.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, that's what you get when the director's locking himself up all day smoking weed, trying to brainstorm for the
Oh,
movie.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah.
there was a lot worse shit that came out.
So that was your thought
Early.
process.
What?
Just sitting in the room smoking weed and
If I had a ride movie, probably.
No. I go.
There's one hell of a way to do it.
Nah, go to
Steve
Stephen
has
King.
a good way to go
Nah,
about it.
Go the Stephen King route. Just do cocaine.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Forgot the tried and true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta go
Yeah,
old and
I
reliable.
got to respond about the Megalopolis thing. I was stunned to learn that America's Got Talent winner Grace Vanderwall was actually in this movie.
Mhm.
Which I was so disappointed she was in, because I was just thinking to myself, Grace Vanderwall, I mean, she's incredibly talented, a great singer. She's just wonderful,
you.
and amazing talent. I mean, she's just so good.
Unlike Matthew.
And
I'm
I've
a great
seen
singer.
her
You
in
know, every day at work.
I was talking about the
and I
talent.
seen her in the Disney Plus movie Stargirl, which I love, by the way. She is amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
So to see her to get some acting work is really cool. And she got stuck in this one. I felt so bad for her.
Hey,
I
a
was
paycheck's
like,
a paycheck.
wow. That's crazy.
There's a lot better Stargirl we can talk about.
Yeah.
Well, true. But I was talking about the Megalopolis that she was in.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, oh my gosh, great.
Stargirl, the
I
TV show, will
can't bel-
forever be superior. I haven't even seen that
that you
movie, but I
went
know for
from
sure it's superior.
Stargirl to being in this one. Yikes! Hope you get a better movie next time. And you're like Godfather fame to this?
And Apocalypse Now.
That's crazy.
Apocalypse Now, Godfather.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah. So what? My turn now.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Look, leeching off what Matthew said. Yeah, Megalopolis. Like, it's just not good. Like the first half of the movie, there was like kind of a subject. Like there was a plot. And then the second half, it all got thrown out the window and lit on fire repeatedly and got beat with a bat. There was no plot at all in the movie. Like, it didn't make sense. And then, because there was a good cast, too, like, with the movie. Like, Adam Driver. There was Aubrey Plaza, Grace Vanderwall, Shia LaBeouf was in it, Chloe Fineman. Like, there was actually good
Shia LaBeouf.
actors.
Dang it.
I never
but-
saw it.
But, like, it just wasn't good. Now, next movie, Joker 2. Okay.
Oh, come on,
Look.
Malachi. I love that movie. Come
yeah,
on.
and we've seen your taste, right? So really,
Excuse me?
so I don't think that means much, really.
Oh, gosh.
Look,
I'll
Look.
respond to it, but go ahead.
look. A lot of
No response needed.
look. I kind of I kind of like the parts about the Joker and it being a lot of psychological problems here. But when it built up to the court meeting, that was the biggest build up. That was the climax of the movie, basically, and it just fell so short of what it could have been.
I can't hold him in.
And then also the ending scene where they like what they did with like the Heath Ledger stuff at the end there. That was just so messed up to do.
That wasn't it, bro.
Yeah, like it was so like there's so many different things you could have done.
Anything
Try and
else.
bring back or make a reference to Heath Ledger's Joker in a way like that too.
It was a
just not-
disrespectful cash grab.
It was so disrespectful, especially considering he made that character so much with his acting.
Yeah.
And they did that. Crazy. It's actually crazy that they did that. Now, next movie, Borderlands. That movie was not good.
I missed out on that one.
If you ever played any of the Borderlands games,
Sadly, I
all
haven't.
the characters are just
Stop.
completely misrepresented in the movie.
Yeah.
The acting was so just
Did you like it
monotone.
I assume you liked it too.
Did you like it?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. The acting was very monotone. And then one of the biggest parts of Borderlands is the guns. Like, the gunplay, the shooting, all that. And there was... when it came to the movie, though, it was so dead compared to how it was in, like, the games. And it was just... Yeah, a lot of the acting was just dead, basically. Like, they felt like they were just there just to get paid and not, like
Kate
out of...
Blanchett was definitely there just to get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I felt like some of the actors were there. The only one who seemed like to be trying was Jack Black. Really.
Jack Black was having the time of his life.
Exactly, but everybody else was just so dead in the water. Like they were wanting to be eaten by Jaws. That's how I felt.
Ariana Greenblatt had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but like her character though was
Yeah.
yeah. Like it was just not a good movie considering the amount of anticipation it had because people love the Borderlands games.
Yeah.
A lot of people grew up playing them.
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be the same thing with the Minecraft movie that's coming up too.
If it wouldn't
So
have
that
been
thing
cut on
looks
the cutting room
horrible.
floor, it would have been a lot better. Because apparently it was originally NC-17 for gore.
Yeah, I know. Like they cut so much out.
That's nuts. And it was shot in 2021,
Yeah.
which is even
Yeah.
more crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was shot
It took them 3 years to
ago.
release it. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
unbelievable.
was just not a good movie. So yeah, that's the 3 I have because I just had to do quick research on them.
What do you got, Dylan?
I mean, I've been doing other things this year. I haven't seen a whole lot of newer stuff.
I tapped out at 77 this year.
Rookie
I
numbers.
think I tapped out at 22. I think I'm missing a couple.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm missing because there were a lot of big releases that I just missed out on.
I'll send you a list of ones to check out, that even ones I don't mention tonight.
Well, yeah, there's plenty that I want to check out. I just never got around to it, unfortunately. I will say, even though I really enjoyed watching it, and I got a lot of entertainment out of it, and I think that any other viewings I do of it are going to be just as entertaining, if not get better every single time that I rewatch it. Madam Web wasn't a good movie.
Thank you.
It wasn't. No, I don't mean it the same way that you do. Don't agree with me.
And he never said it was a good movie either. You just said you need to chill on what you were saying.
Madam Web is a good movie when you want something to make fun of.
Which is fair.
We did get a
Sharknado.
lot. We got a
That's how
lot
I
of
went
movies
into it.
like
Yeah, yeah.
that this year.
Sharknado.
Actually.
Yes, exactly. Like I went into Madam Web knowing like, okay, this is not going to be great, but I still had a fun time with it. I didn't take it seriously. Every time that I saw a flaw, I laughed. I didn't get upset or pissy or butthurt about it.
John.
but
It was right.
it isn't a great movie. And honestly, I blame the producers on that. The producers are the reason why it kept getting reshot and rehashed over and over and over again. It's the reason why it was in production hell. I blame the production, the producers over. I blame Sony CEO for it. He can say that the critics did it, but no, man, you're the one who was like, oh, I don't like this, redo this. Oh, I don't like this, redo this. It's like, you should have just let them tell the fucking story. Because, man, you really don't have any ground to be standing on with what you did with Morbius. Like, you should probably start listening to people. But, no, Madam Web was not a great movie. Again, I enjoyed it. I got my entertainment out of it. I'll rewatch
That's totally
it someday.
fine. That's fine.
It's just, I don't know. It's overly hated. But there's reasons why it's overly hated. But there's that one. And this is less, I think that was really bad, and just, like, it wasn't what I thought it should have been, based off what we've been hearing, but I have to agree, Folly You Do. I enjoyed it, I got my entertainment out of it, but since they announced Folly You Do, they've been like, oh yeah, this is going to be a musical, and it's going to be more about Harley than anything. Like this, and like a lot of the rumors that were coming out about it were that it was all going to be in like Harley's head and all this other stuff. They're like, oh yeah, no, there's going to be like full musical numbers, and there were a few, and I was fine with that. But once it started getting marketed, I knew something was wrong. I just knew, because Todd Phillips was bending over backwards to say that's not a musical, and then he had his cast doing the same fucking thing. It's like, you built this movie on saying that it is a musical. And you built it on saying that it's more about, it's from Harley's perspective. That's the way that you rationalize it being musical, and now you're being chicken shit. You're half-assing it. No, you should have committed. You should have gone balls to the walls crazy with your musical. There was no other way to do it, and you fucking didn't. There are so many ways to have a balls to the walls crazy musical be on film without it feeling cheesy. They could have done it here, but Todd Phillips was chicken shit, and he didn't do it. I enjoyed the movie, and I might rewatch it one day. I don't know, because I'm not a fan of the first Joker movie. But, man, it was a letdown for me, personally. It really, truly was. The more that I've sat with it, the more that it's settled for me.
Yeah, but the reason why I find it to be overhated is because, first of all, I love the movie, and I did not understand the hate it got for it, which is number one. And number two, you know who actually defended this movie? Martin Scorsese. He actually defended the sequel to the Joker, and I'm with him there because I personally thought that. First off, I didn't know it was going to be a court drama, so I was happy about that there was a court drama in it. And the musical aspect, I was loving the musical aspect of what I saw, and what makes you think it was setting up Heath Ledger's Joker? What makes you think that was a setup for Heath
It's
Ledger?
literal, the ending, yeah. It was literally confirmed, that the...
Yeah.
John,
Really?
Don't you go back to
Yeah.
I did not know that.
We need to get to our top movies of
John,
the year after.
the inmate sliced him up and then carved a smile into his face.
That was,
Yeah.
that was meant to be
Very
Heath
last
Ledger.
Heath Ledger's hat.
Huh.
Yeah.
And Heath
We've
Ledger
already-
was, I believe, the first Joker to have scars like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
For
everybody
his
else
mom.
was just makeup before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's-
We've
the
already
only one.
we've already talked about all this, I think.
Yeah, we
I'm
talked
pretty
about it
sure
on
we
the
mentioned it on the
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
I saw the ending, and I thought, that's what got people mad? That didn't get me mad.
I didn't take it that way. I was just like, okay, this dude's just fucking crazy, and he's gonna be the next Joker.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all I took it as. I
yeah.
didn't take it as it alluding to that.
But I love the movie for what I got. So,
So, I kind of took it like that too, and but it was. But then I watched it again, and they made the scars damn near 1-to-1.
Yeah, I know,
Of
I know,
Heath
I know.
Ledger's, and then I'm like, why? You could have just made it a regular smile and made it different.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
least, but you made it exactly like him.
Oh no, it was. I tried to take that movie as it was. I tried not to have a whole lot of expectations for it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
What's your next one?
I don't really have anything else.
Okay.
I will say, Madam Web is higher on my list of my the 22 movies of 2024 I've seen, Madam Web is second to last.
Okay.
There is one movie that it is over, and that is Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2.
Okay.
Part 2 just bored me to fucking tears, man. I Part 1 and 3 straight gas. The end of 2 was getting to be pretty fucking good,
Yeah.
but the rest of 2 just
Okay.
I celebrated when Wonder Woman died.
yeah, I heard about that. Fuck you.
Oh wow, that's so
Uh,
bad. You were just saying it was a rough year for comic book movies. It was very, very, very rough.
Let's try to get this next segment done like 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Would it be okay if I started and ended because I want to do my horror ranking as well as top
Well,
10?
we could do the horror part after the new year starts. I just want to get to the top movies and then start our 2025 before the new year starts.
What time is it?
It's already 11:10 or so.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
11:07.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 11:07.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What you just said?
No, you said 11:10.
No, he
I said
11:07.
11:07.
Oh, I'm sorry.
but that way we could get our
Yeah.
top movies out of our main top movies out of the year done before the new year, and then do like our top 3 most anticipated of next year before the new
Yeah,
year.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to be quick.
All right.
Oh, I guess I'll go first in this one. Okay.
Paul wanted to go first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you get to go after me, big boy.
Yeah, you're last.
Yeah, you're last.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go through 20.
No,
John!
it's
Oh,
Paul.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were pointing to him. My bad.
What?
Sorry.
Paul, what you got?
Delusional grandpa.
Looney Tunes shenanigans.
90-year-olds over there.
Hey.
I'm gonna start out with a bang. Number 10 is gonna be Madam Web.
Oh God.
All right.
I want to say I'm not saying that these are the best movies of the year.
It's
I'm
just your
saying that
favorite.
they are the top 10 movies that I
That
believe
you enjoyed. of
that
the
I
year.
enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
You know, number 10 is Madam Web.
Wrong,
That's
but
fair.
go ahead.
How
It's
how
not
is
wrong.
my
It's-
list
it's-
wrong?
It's an opinion.
Keep going.
An opinions can only be wrong sometimes.
Especially when it's gone.
Number 10 is Madam Web. Number 9 is a movie called Ordinary Angels. It's really good. It
is
has
that
Alan
one.
Richson. It's funny because every time that this giant beast of a man has a scene with the girl, I'm just expecting him to beat the shit out of her for information.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Hawk from Titans. Yeah, and Reacher.
Reacher.
Mhm.
That
Um,
would be nice.
Oh, he is big as hell.
Yeah, he is, dude.
Super nice dude though, like one of the
Yeah,
nicest
yeah,
dudes.
Yeah.
But no, number 9 is Ordinary Angels. Phenomenal movie if you haven't seen it. John, I think you'd like it more than
Totally,
anyone
yeah.
here.
I missed out on that
It's
one.
on my Voodoo account.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it, but sadly I missed out on that one.
Well,
Did
you
it
have my
miss out?
Voodoo
You can watch-
password.
Well, yeah, I do. You're right. Which we're not gonna share.
No, we're not.
Oh, really? You're not going to say username and password?
No,
Just-
no,
Streamfortheking@gmail.com. I can't remember the password actually. Number 8 is Late Night with the Devil. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie. I love it so much. David Dastmalchian deserves all the acclaim he got for that. All of the cast just
Deserves
did
more
so
leading
good.
roles.
Hmm?
He deserves more leading roles.
Yes. I
Starting
think
with
that
Dark Knight.
I think that'll come. Everybody was great in it. The story, I love how it was shot. Number 7 is going to shock Matthew. Well, not really. Lisa Frankenstein. I just enjoy it. It's a stupid fun movie.
Those are sometimes the best movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck is wrong with y'all, but my number 6 is Joker 2.
Well, there you go.
Nah, dog.
What
It's
what about it? Like, did you like though? Specifically,
I liked the chaos of it.
Okay.
okay. That's
I
fair.
understand the criticism.
Yeah.
I fully understand it.
Yeah.
It is a musical that didn't want to be a musical.
100%.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It could not make up its damn mind.
No, not at all.
And I fully understand that, and I get that detracts a lot of people from it. I thought it was a unique idea to look at Arthur Fleck's psyche the way that they did. You know, it just like the first one, you wondered what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah.
And it even begs the question, was Harley real? One thing I will say criticism wise is that Harley should have been in it more. Because it was marketed that way, that it was going to be kind of her movie basically.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga had so much potential in it, and I love Lady Gaga.
100%.
I haven't always been a fan of hers. You know, I haven't been a fan of her music, but she, as a person, as an actress, and as a musician, has grown on me over the years. And I think that she's phenomenal.
Gaga goes crazy.
They didn't give her enough, I will say that. Nevertheless, I enjoyed how chaotic that the movie was structured. Because it was structured very, very, very strange. I like the courtroom aspects of it. I do feel like that the third act could have been expanded a lot more.
Yeah.
I understand why they did the ending the way they did. I disagree with the fact that they did it, but I understand why. I think that it creates too much plot hole-wise because my understanding is that this takes place in the 80s.
Yeah.
And that would mean that Heath Ledger's Joker would have had to have been...
Old as hell.
Yeah.
Literally. Because what, he already looked like 30.
Yeah, he was easily late 20s, early 30s.
And then the Batman...
Like early 20s.
Yeah,
so he was pretty young.
So he would have been mid-50s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the Batman movies, he was like... It was set in like early 2000s. Like it was set like basically the years like the movies were
2008,
released.
yeah.
But here's the problem though with that is that they look the same age.
Yeah.
so it does.
Bro
create,
just might be immortal at that point.
it's
Actually.
possible. But yeah. Anywho, moving on. My number 5 movie. Shocking, no one is going to be Terrifier 3. I love this movie. It's the best Christmas movie of the year. You haven't seen it. You can't say anything. Phenomenal movie. David Howard Thornton once again just killed it as Art the Clown.
Killed it.
Yes, thank you for explaining the joke.
Well, you did it first, and that was good.
Anyway, but no, he did phenomenal. Lauren Rivera is becoming one of the scream queens, and I absolutely love that for her. Great movie. I can't wait to see what they do with Terrifier 4. Number 4 is probably the only movie that John is going to agree with on this list, Inside Out 2.
Mine's a little bit closer, but it's great. I do love it. It is incredible.
It's a great movie. I think it's a wonderful commentary piece on anxiety. I did not cry.
Totally.
I did not.
Relatable.
No. We're men here.
Crying
And that's
for
not
children.
toxic.
Exactly. Toxic masculinity. What's that?
Doesn't exist.
just
Made
don't-
up by
Romance
women.
We
does
just
cry,
don't
ladies and gentlemen.
show our emotions. We only show anger.
Yep.
And sometimes we hit things. What is so toxic about that?
Yeah, exactly. No problem detected.
I want to let you know,
Exactly.
Malachi, Josh hates Inside Out. He hates that movie. You need to roast him again when you see him. Because he's sitting on so many times. But
Number 3 is Abigail. I love this movie so much. It is so good. Melissa Barrera knocked it out of the park. Alicia Ware knocked it out of the park. Everybody. This was actually the first time that I intently knew who Kevin Durand was in a movie. I've seen some of his work before, just not realizing who he was. Obviously, X-Men Origins.
I'm number 4.
I've never seen that, actually.
It's good. I like it. It has Alex Pettyfer in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But number 3, Abigail, great movie. Dan Stevens is amazing in it, too. Number 2, I was really struggling with my number 2 and my number 1. And this still may flip-flop the more I rewatch both. But my number 2 is going to be Nosferatu.
Okay.
It is a really good movie. I'm not going to say anything else because we just put up the video that has a little bit more of an in-depth review.
Yeah, it dropped at 8 o'clock tonight.
And I also did a little review on a friend of mine's blog that we started together called the Gore Horror blog. That's actually where I got the name from for you to change my name in the chat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Nosferatu is a phenomenal movie. Robert Eggers knocked it out of the goddamn park. Number one, and this might shock some people how high it is, Smile 2. It is genuinely, it's one of my favorite movies of the decade so far. Naomi Scott is absolutely incredible in this. The story, as a music fan, I really love the story and how it centers around, an addict. I have my own history with addiction, so there's one point of relation. A musician, second point of relation. 3, an addicted musician who's trying to get back into performing. There's just so many points of relation here for me. Phenomenal movie. All the acting is great. Parker Finn, just the Italian hand emoji is so good. I can't recommend this movie enough. I think John would like it.
I'm going to go really quick because I have a top 20.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go really quick.
Yep.
Stop
him.
First one, American Psycho, Taylor's version. Trap. This is my music movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy Trap. It's probably one of my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movies. Probably behind Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And Split. It's probably my third favorite.
We need a Lady Raven and Sky Riley tour.
Yeah. It's a really good movie. Really fun to watch. Number 19 is Red One. My Christmas movie of the year.
Yes.
I love it. I totally was not called out at all in this movie.
No, not at all.
Have you seen it, Malachi?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
So it was also in all the trailers, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a Wonder Woman figure?
Next one is a movie that a lot of people have heard of. It's called Snack Shack. It's set in the early 90s. It's about two kids that they have like get-rich-quick schemes. And they open up, rent out the Snack Shack at the public pool for the summer. And it's just an interesting like feel-good comedy set in the early 90s. Number 17, Borderlands. I actually really enjoy it. I've not played much of the games.
Yeah, play the games.
So
If you played the games, you would not like it.
Yeah, if you played the games, you would not like it. Like I understand you like it because you didn't play the games.
Yeah, I've played some.
And I think you can agree with me. Like the acting was kind of very bland in
if you
place.
take it as like a knockoff Guardians of the Galaxy, it's a decent movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
but like play the games.
Yeah. 16 is The Fall Guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really fun movie.
Wow, I had it much higher on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's better stuff higher on mine.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It was even better the second time when I watched the extended cut. Number 15 is Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. I'm not a documentary fan at all, but a Superman documentary, yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta get the right documentary.
Yeah. Some of my favorite documentaries are Pretending I'm a Superman, which is the Tony Hawk Pro Skater story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 14 is Ordinary Angels. Alan Ritchson, great, incredible. This one I wasn't sure if I'd put it on my list because it's almost shot for shot from another movie, except for the ending. It's just animated instead of live action. Watchmen.
Oh. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. Watchmen's one of my favorite movies, so I kind of felt like, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it's fair. Valid. I mean, yeah, you're valid. It came out this year, yeah.
Inside Out 2 at 12.
Yep.
What Paul said. This one is a movie that didn't get any attention at all. Paul actually bought it on my Vudu account. It was available on Vudu like a week and a half after it hit theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, there was no advertisements at all. Nothing. No posters, nothing. Amber Alert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Kid gets kidnapped and she's like trying to track him down. This one is definitely out of the ballpark for me. It's very weird. Paul and I had to rewatch it because this was the only one I wasn't sure of. So I rewatched it earlier. Space Cadet. It has Emma Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Prime. She dropped out of college and she was a bartender. But she decides she wanted to be an astronaut ever since she was a kid. So she decides I'm going to apply for NASA and just be honest. Like I'm creative. I've done all these things like wrestle gators and stuff, and she gives it to her friend to proofread. And her friend completely changes it. She's like a biochemist and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. And she goes into NASA thinking it's just on her being creative.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So she shows up, peace sign on the back of her Jeep, wild clothes, walking in. Everybody else is in suits, and she's like, "This is freaking rad!" Just really quirky personality, and I love it. This next one is the first time a fan film has ever made my list. The Punisher Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
We reviewed that earlier this year.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's a really good film. Netflix quality.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were Netflix quality.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really solid.
Definitely watch it. It's on YouTube, free to watch. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's a full-length fan film.
Yeah.
An hour for okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I
I remember you mentioning it.
Yeah, I
We
can't
haven't
recommend
watched
it enough. It is great.
Yeah, I thought it was
I'll
really
definitely
good.
check it out for sure.
John, this one's for you. The Wild Robot, number 8.
Nice, nice.
It was really good. John will talk about it more, I'm sure. So,
Absolutely.
number 7, probably the most disturbing movie I've seen this year, Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. It's very good though.
I missed out on it. I wish I watched it.
It's probably the biggest A24 movie. It's like the biggest scale one, I'd say. Because
I could see that.
it's getting more into like a
yeah.
larger scale story.
Yeah, I could see that.
And a
Yeah.
lot of A24 is just self-contained,
Condensed. Yeah.
more indie film feel.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that.
I'm surprised this hasn't been mentioned yet. Oh, the Paul's the only one to go before me. Deadpool and Wolverine,
Okay.
number 6. I feel like that's going to be on most of our lists.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
absolutely.
That would be like my number 11 or 12.
Okay. Yeah, it's just great. It's my second favorite Actually, it might be my favorite Deadpool film the more I watch it. Definitely one of the strongest MCU movies post Infinity War.
Yeah.
Not as good as Madam Web, but close enough.
I think Craven. I think
Not NCU. That's
no.
SSSU.
Trust me.
I don't give a shit about all those.
Craven
labels.
was better than Deadpool. What do you want about?
I can agree.
They're trying to irritate me, dude.
Matthew
I'm telling
had
you.
a
Get it out, Junior.
Giggity.
Number 5 is Lisa Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Perfect movie.
No surprise.
I know nothing.
It's not a perfect.
Perfect
For
movie.
me.
Perfect movie. It's number 5.
You like the
defend him with
plot.
perfect movie.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the plot. Yeah,
I like the vibe of
the
it.
plot points go crazy.
The plot is great.
Yeah.
The plot's crazy.
But it's just a really fun movie. It really's got that quirky, like, Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters type vibe.
Yeah. It was around Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Number 4, these next 4 are not going to be any surprise to anyone.
Oh, I guarantee
Number 4, Alien Romulus.
Boo.
it.
Nope. Alien was the first R-rated movie I ever seen. Second horror movie I ever seen. It's sci-fi horror.
That's
so
called nostalgia.
yeah, Alien is one of my favorite
Just a
franchises.
big nostalgia kick, basically.
Yeah, and the creature design at the end. Oh, you still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it either.
It's not good.
I know about like the transformation that happens at towards the end.
I
but,
literally know nothing
It's
about
a
I've
it's
just
not
seen that clip
CGI.
everywhere. Yeah, I know.
It's a 7-foot basketball player.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the BTS of him. It's crazy.
it. I'll have to check it out.
Number 3, we're gonna get a little twisted. Twisters is number 3.
Matthew, stop with the puns.
Yeah.
That was
See,
not
I warned
good.
you about his terrible punch.
That 100% should have been your number 1. I will say.
I still.
It's the
Yeah,
best
you
of the top
talked. You
three.
also talked about that so much at work.
Yeah, I do.
It's crazy.
It's also the only movie in your top 3 that you're going to rewatch a lot.
I've watched.
He's already rewatched it so much.
I've only watched it 6 times. The other ones I've watched 3 and 4 times.
Yeah, only
Case in
6.
point.
I will say, Twisters has the best sequel name we've ever fucking heard of.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally.
Like, there's a lot of other movies that have done this same exact thing, and it just looks so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And then Twisters it, and it's like, okay, yeah.
Also
okay.
has
I
Glenn
see what
Powell
you're
in
saying.
it.
No,
Yeah, Glenn Powell's amazing.
Yeah,
Grand Powell's awesome.
He's the main
Yeah.
reason why I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, it's great. Number 2, our second most watched episode, Furiosa.
Oh, yeah.
Boo.
Still haven't watched it.
Oh, it's so
Did you even watch
good.
it?
Especially,
Unfortunately.
It has one of the most brutal scenes in the history of
Yeah,
cinema.
you've
Yeah,
told
it's
me.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, you've told me it so many times. I just still haven't got around to watching it.
Oh, I have told you.
It's
yeah,
not
we're
good.
yeah.
My memory's so bad.
The tree.
Yeah, the tree.
Bro's got wood.
Number 1, Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big surprise.
one of the best movies of the
Yeah.
decade.
Yeah.
Eh,
For real.
One of the best movies of the century so far.
no.
Yes. What do you got?
All right. So these are in no direct order, just some of my favorite movies of the year. Red One.
Okay.
It wasn't personally. I liked the movie. It just did kind of feel like your average Christmas movie, kind of in a way,
Yeah.
but a bit more actiony, and I did like that. Next is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I
Okay,
did
yeah.
quite like that.
How was Jim Carrey in it?
Jim Carrey, amazing as usual.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
it's
What
amazing.
are you
as
expecting
usual.
if you love?
Yeah, not like it's actually like unironically like one of the best trilogy of movies ever.
Yeah, no,
Like-
the first two fucking nailed it.
Yeah,
I
like-
loved them.
Yeah, like-
Another movie I missed out.
Like I'm so happy we
I need to
bullied.
watch it.
I'm so happy we bullied the studio into making Sonic better,
Yeah.
or else it would not be nowhere near as good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah. Thankfully, Ugly Sonic was able to come back later and save Chip and Dale.
Exactly.
That design of Sonic in that trailer was so bad. I'm
Oh
glad
my
they fixed
god.
it.
Yeah, no. Next, no one's surprised. Deadpool and Wolverine, probably my second favorite Deadpool movie.
God,
I really just preferred the first one.
yeah.
But still, great movie. Next is Twisters. I did watch that one. And then obviously Dune Part 2. Great.
That's your number 1.
Well, I mean, none of those movies are in an exact order. They're just my favorites that I've watched.
Okay.
Because I'm not good at ranking things because I get in my head way too much with that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, Dune Part 2. It was a really good sequel to an already amazing movie. Yeah.
It has entered my top 10
Yeah,
movies
I
of
know.
all time.
Like it's. There's not really much you can say. It's just amazing. Like, watch the movie.
Yeah, I'm counting it as
Please.
one long movie.
No.
That's the only one.
What did you not like about Dune?
No, I like Doom Part 2.
Oh yeah.
It was my number 1 movie for the longest time.
Mhm.
It almost still was.
Mhm.
No, I don't like Doom Part 1.
Oh, you only like Part 1.
It's too long. Too slow.
Yeah.
I know it's a setup movie.
I mean, I
Yeah,
understand
that's
that.
it, yeah.
I understand that. The first time I watched it too, I got bored halfway
Yeah,
through.
I fell
but then
asleep.
like I watched it the second time because I like heard a lot about it, so I watched it and I'm like, yeah, no, you know what, pretty good.
Yeah.
But definitely, the second part's definitely better than the 1st
Mhm.
part when it comes to entertainment wise.
Mm.
But like, still, first movie is great personally.
What sucks about it is the first part came out during COVID,
Yeah, that's true too.
and they had like the streaming on HBO Max the same day. So I watched it at home on a 42-inch TV. I didn't have this yet.
I watched it on my phone.
it's literally.
That's the worst
I'm
thing
gonna-
to watch
Keep
on
it a
your
buck.
phone
I'm keep
is
it a buck.
Dune.
I also watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
Bro, I put my earbuds in and I just watched it.
I
I
can't watch movies on my
made it
phone.
nice and dark. Turned the brightness up. And
Sometimes
just,
that's the only choice you have, though.
honestly, sometimes it hits different when you watch a movie on.
I
your
watched
phone.
Carry On my phone.
I watched like half the movies I watched this year on my phone.
Mhm.
I don't like going to the theaters that often, really,
okay.
because I just don't like it.
I can get that.
Yeah, but like, I'll go if I really want to watch the movie.
Mhm.
Because like that's what I did with Deadpool, and Sonic. Like I went to the movies to watch them, but like the rest of them, I really just kind of watch them on my phone.
What do you got, Dylan?
Did you do 15 or 20?
I did 20.
All right. I did add the other two that I was missing, so now Madam Web is 23 out of 24.
Wow. Wow.
I want to say honorable mention for my number 20 for my number 21 because it was interesting. It was. I don't know.
was
I
that?
feel like
What
they're
the
always
frick?
pushing their boundaries.
We're just getting nuked. It's fine.
Number 21, the South Park special that came out this year, End of Obesity. Yeah,
It's
honorable
fireworks.
mention.
Mm.
It was
It's not even midnight yet.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It's Indiana. It's America.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Sorry,
is
I
America.
didn't-
We can set off fireworks whenever we want to.
I didn't mean to
Good
cut you
call.
off, Dylan. I'm
Guys,
so
The
sorry.
window is close to us, and we're hearing fireworks from over there. So we're so sorry.
What do you got, Dylan?
No, it's just that was interesting. They use actual like Ozempic injection sounds in the special, which was bizarre to me when I first read, because I tried watching it first when I was high. I saw that and I like started panicking. I was like, okay, I need to watch this sober. But it was good. Just one honorable mention. Number 20, the Ghost Right Here Right Now concert movie that came out this year. I saw it twice in theaters. I'm not a fan of concert movies, but I really dug it. I thought it was cool. It established some cool ghost lore. Number 19, A Quiet Place Day One. It just doesn't have the charm of the original two. But I still liked it. I thought it was okay. 18, Ricky Stenicki with John Cena.
It's okay.
Yeah, I liked it. It was funny.
I didn't get a chance to watch that.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Yeah.
It's funny. I like it. I thought it was written pretty well.
I didn't even
John
know, like-
Cena nails the role that he was casted for. So
Yeah, I didn't even know John Cena had a movie come out this year.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's on Prime.
Oh, okay,
It's maybe 2 hours, maybe like an hour 40.
Alright.
I can't remember, but it's really cool. It's got William H Macy in it and Zac Efron, and there's a couple other comedians that pop up throughout. But I like it. It's good. Number 17, Joker Follow You Do. I got comments about it earlier. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Check out the review if you want. I said some nice stuff in
It's
there.
cool that you comment. That's cool.
Whatever. Number 16, Rebel Moon Part 2. Specifically, the director's cut. It was so entertaining. It's the Dune Part 2 of the Rebel Moon series. I'll say that.
I need to give it another shot again.
Well, again, it's Part 2. Part
Right.
1 was a slog fest.
Yeah,
like
it
up
was.
until the last half hour. Like I liked getting more, especially once we got to Jamon Hansu's part.
Yeah.
That's where I started peeking up a little bit more. But other than that,
No, first pitch.
yeah, I know, it was crazy. I believe it.
Probably more than
Yeah, there's got to be a shit ton.
30 minutes, probably.
Especially
That's
part
that
2.
is
Holy
Zack
hell.
Snyder's biggest syndrome is slow-mo. He has got to stop that.
His biggest
Real.
syndrome is making terrible movies.
He didn't make terrible. He made Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, which I love those.
Man of Steel is great.
Zack Snyder's just
300.
not the 2 hours.
I'm not a fan.
Forever. So,
I'm not a fan of his at all.
but
His-
I can agree on a couple of good movies. Do what?
but anyway, what else you got?
Number 15, Red One. I like Red One a lot, actually. I was excited for it. I've been excited for it since they announced it and we got that first behind-the-scenes pick. It was good. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, it's good. People said, man, this is the most Netflix-looking movie. It definitely feels that way, too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not one of the bad Netflix movies. It's one of the I was surprised by that kind of ones. So number 14, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. We did a whole review about it. I've talked about it multiple times. I still really like it. It might end up moving up a little bit. I don't know. Number 13, Abigail. I was expecting to like it, and I was not disappointed. I thought it was great.
Did you ever watch Godzilla after being gone through the whole review of it?
No. No.
New Empire.
Oh, shit. I also didn't... Oh, never mind. I know why I didn't put it on my list. Technically, Godzilla -1 came out this year.
It technically came out last year.
Last
No.
year.
Godzilla -1 came out last year.
Yeah.
Godzilla -1 minus color came out this year.
That's the same.
I know.
No,
That's why I didn't put it on my list.
No,
I was wondering why it wasn't
It
on.
counts. It counts.
No,
No, I won't put it on here. But
I need to watch that, though.
so good. Yeah. I thought I was really surprised, but I fully recommend watching it in its original language.
Yes.
Obviously, you gotta bear with subtitles, but yeah,
I'm dyslexic, motherfucker.
we'll put on the big subtitles. God.
You can do that?
On some, I don't know if you can use Netflix or anything, but you can.
Is the sound doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
It just keeps blinking.
no,
It's supposed to.
I always put on Abigail was really good. Number 2, or number 12. Crisis on Infinite 1. Best one in the trilogy. Best one. Just the best part. I still view it as one whole movie,
I do too.
but that was the best part. Just because of me as a Flash fan. I think that if it weren't because of that, this would probably be under part 3 for me.
4.5 hours for a win.
It is. It's worth it. I really did love doing that. That episode
Yeah,
was
I watched it
hectic.
all in one part. What time did we record
It still is
that?
3 separate movies. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Didn't
No,
we
it's
record
one movie. It all
Part
runs
1,
together.
Part
Okay.
1, Part 2, Part 3.
Technically, it is 3 separate movies.
Technically,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Technically,
but it all runs together in one movie. Same
Don't
for
care.
movies.
Still 3 separate movies.
You
Still
can
2 separate
disagree,
movies.
but I'm still right.
How can you be right? It's factually
it
incorrect.
is
If it's made to run together, as in it's part 1 and part 2, then it's
Part
one
one-
fucking movie. It's
Part
one
one-
fucking story.
factually incorrect, are you going to say the same thing about like TV shows and stuff?
Exactly.
Yes, because it's all one fucking show.
No, it's a different
But
season.
it's one season.
It's a different
It's basically one fucking episode. Every
different-
fucking season, yes.
different-
No.
I'll jump.
Technically, it's not because they don't
You
pitch
can
it
say
as
the-
chapter 1 or
You
one.
can say the same thing about video games.
Yeah, you fucking could, I guess.
I'll jump in
It's
with
all
you.
one video game.
I'll jump.
Always was.
Yes.
I know.
I'll jump.
I know.
I'll jump in with you though, because later on they released Dark Knight Returns and Long Halloween as one long movie.
Yes,
Just because it is later re-released as one movie does
but
not
it
mean
was
it is
made
one
to
movie.
run together as
But
one
it-
movie.
Part 1, Part 2.
Comes one movie. It is 3 separate movies.
Thank you.
Now, if it was designed to be that way, then it's one movie, regardless of whether it's split into pieces.
Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Part 1 has credits,
I'm
Part
dying
2
on
has
this
credits.
hill. What's my next one? Number 11. The Ministry of
You're dying in shame
Ungentlemanly
then, my
Warfare.
friend.
Mute them. Mute them. Mute them. Mute them.
I'm
Yes,
done.
I've said
We've
it before.
already
Mute them?
proven you to be incorrect.
Mute
We're
them?
good.
Go. Let's start with your next one.
Go.
Okay. Number 11. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I watched this the other night.
I've not watched it yet.
It's really good. I like it. It starts with the scene from the trailer,
Yeah.
and it's just Alan Richmond or Alan Richardson and Henry Cavill Henry Cavill has to do like a Russian accent or something, or
Okay.
like a Slavic. I can't remember. It might have been Swedish, but it did not sound Swedish to me. But Henry Cavill in it was fucking great. Alan Richardson in it has a hallway scene on it was on a submarine. It wasn't submerged or anything. But it was he has a hallway scene on a submarine against Nazis with a fire axe.
That sounds even better.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you're seeing it through the you're seeing it through like the perspective of a porthole.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
so it's like just like brutal carnage. It's awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so fucking good.
So
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
since you mentioned hallway scene,
Yeah.
it has been confirmed that Daredevil season 4 will be more violent than the Netflix shows.
Good.
No,
I'm so hyped for that.
literally made me laugh so much.
It's so good.
I know.
First 2 seasons is awesome. I love the first 2 seasons.
You need to get to season 3.
Yeah,
Season
bro.
3 gets a little fucked up.
I can't wait.
Season
watch
4
it.
starts in 3 months.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
2
will watch
months.
it. Trust
Get
me.
on top of it. Jeez.
No,
yeah.
Punisher.
It's insane.
Oh my god.
What's your next one?
Number 10, Beetlejuice. We did a whole review about it. I think that's a good sequel. Honestly, I would like to see a movie in it. Think of a whole. I'm all down for it.
Yeah, that movie.
I think it was good.
That movie really surprised me. It was really good.
Yeah, it was. fuck off. Number 9, Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. I watched it today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Animation was awesome. I loved it.
It did horrible at the box office.
I know it didn't. I know. It doesn't help that they released it on digital a week later.
That is weird.
Yeah,
That's true. Like movies are getting released on digital way faster and faster.
They
as
are.
time goes on.
They should be.
fucking months. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if it's going to be in theaters for the next week or two, or what.
There should be like a minimum of like 3 months
Yeah.
between releasing it
Yes. It used to be.
When the DVDs came out.
Yeah. It used to be you had to wait 9 fucking months for a DVD to come out. Like.
Even if it's the 3 months and they release the digital when the DVD comes out.
Yeah, no. The fact that they don't release them at the same time shows the fact that they're trying to further this entire agenda of trying to eliminate physical media. Because they want to control how much people can access their shit. I fucking hate it. We're not going to get on that topic. It's New
whole
Year's.
nother.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll do another episode on that
Yeah,
one.
it's fine. But War of the Rohirrim, fucking love it. I gotta say, just personally, if I were speaking specifically, completely subjectively, 10 out of 10. It's so fucking good, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan of Jackson's trilogy.
Okay.
So good.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I highly fucking recommend it. I've got it on my shit. If you ever want to watch it, I can come over and we could all hang out.
Okay.
Just let me know. Number 8, Inside Out 2. I said, got me. It's hard for me to cry. This movie made me cry. That's the main reason why I broke top 10. It's just such a good movie. I think
You didn't even cry to Guardians.
Yeah, no, I haven't cried to Rocket dying. I haven't cried to Dune dying. There's so many things I've watched where it's been completely fucked up. Not a single tear, not a single dry eye in the theater except for mine.
Your
But
tears
this got
don't
me.
fall.
Inside Out 2 got me. No, it's so good. I really do love it. I wish they would have gone harder on certain aspects if you know what the lore is, but whatever. Number 7, Venom: The Last Dance. We did a review about it recently.
Ooh, wow.
It's good. I did
And
really
I
like
did love it too, yeah.
Reese Ifans in it was a major highlight for me. I love what he brought to it, and you know I love a good, solid delivery of the F word. Damn. I could see it, but damn.
Dang, Daniel!
Number 6, Frankenstein, 4.5 stars. I maintained it. I actually watched it in its entirety, considering the fact that the first time that I tried to watch it on Valentine's Day, I missed like 20 minutes of the fucking movie because the power went out for 5.
Oh, no!
When the movie came back on, it came back on without sound. So for 20 fucking minutes, I was out in the lobby, like trying to be like, "Hey, the sound's out." And eventually, I got tired and went back in. The sound was on. So I don't know when it kicked back in.
Yeah.
But
You finished it with me.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it. Yeah, I think it was. I also like it was Robin Williams, and I don't want to refer to her like that. It's Zelda Williams. So she deserves her own.
Oh,
respect.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
But it was Robin Williams' daughter who directed it, and it was her directorial debut.
Yeah.
I think she nailed it. I thought it was really good. But no, number 5, Young Woman in the Sea with Daisy Ridley.
I've been wanting to watch that.
It's so good. I'm not somebody who likes sports. I am not a big sports person by any means. I liked Creed 3, but that was a fictional movie.
Yeah,
Give me
you and I
skateboarding
love Creed
movies.
3.
Yeah. Young Woman in the Sea is a biopic, and it's about one of the biggest women athletes in the history of sports. I forget what her name is. I watched this towards the beginning of the year, but I really loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Swimming.
Yeah.
Based on a true story.
It's a woman. It's a female swimmer in like 1910s. Yeah, she's like from New York, and she's from like a Jewish family, I think. I can't remember. I might be mixing it up with a different movie this year. we're coming off of Christmas with this one. But no, Young Woman in the Sea, really good, really underrated. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's just so good. Number 4, Furiosa. Again, full review. I cannot say good enough things about it. Poor Chris Hemsworth, man.
No.
I normally don't have like a visceral reaction to anything like that, but
When
that-
I was
that
in the
shit
theater, I was just
sucks.
like, oh.
Yeah, it's like seed of life for real, man. All right, number 3, The Fall Guy. I watched the extended edition. I always go extended.
So good. So good.
Ew,
Are
I
you-
need to rewatch it. It's so damn good.
One of the funniest movies of the year. That was so fun.
I was pleasantly surprised by it. Honestly, I was majorly surprised by the fact that Aaron Taylor Johnson was in it as much as he was.
Yeah.
I thought Ryan Gosling was where most of the like male leading actor potential talent budget went.
Well-
But no, it's that was crazy. He was in it a lot.
What are you doing? Nothing. Are you crying to Taylor Swift?
I forgot about that. Nice.
It's so good. I just I need
Isn't
to
Taylor
rewatch it.
Swift your number 1 album of the year?
No.
That's what you said on your Facebook post.
No.
Taylor
before you-
Swift.
No. It's Rebel Hymns of Grace by Lambs and Lions.
He's lying.
No.
He is
No.
a Swiftie.
No.
He is.
No. No.
Yes.
We're gonna shake,
True.
shake,
Do it for the
shake,
podcast.
shake,
That-
shake,
John's
shake
doing it for the
off,
podcast.
shake it
No. You got to do it for the podcast. You
Yeah, 'cause
you
that
have
will
to
get
do
us
it for,
copyright. No,
you have
no.
to do it for the
Moving on.
podcast. For the podcast.
It's a movie podcast, not a music podcast. Moving on.
I know.
I want to say these last several have all been 4.5 stars. My top 2 are both 5 stars. Number 2, Dune Part 2.
Whoa, not no. Wow.
You
not
should
number
know
one.
what my fucking number 1 is.
I think so.
Just based on how I go about my vocabulary.
Cool.
Yeah.
oh,
we'll
that's
get to that in a
right.
second.
Yeah.
Scoutmaster Kevin.
It's one of my favorite jokes I've ever heard put screen, especially the. I also like the fourth wall break of the. Oh, okay, yeah, just pan up to Blade. That's also a great
Yes.
like undertouched joke.
Where is the intimacy coordinator?
Yeah. In a second. in a second. Doom Part 2 is just fucking amazing. I shit you not. It's one of the best sci-fi movies I've ever seen. This beats out all Star Wars movies in terms of how it was made.
Nice.
Yeah,
Not a high bar.
I cannot.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Like I may be biased as a Star Wars fan, but I have to give it that. If I did not love this fucking movie, I had to at least give it that. It's such an amazing movie. I love what Denny did. I cannot wait for him to come back. Yeah, it was amazing. I'm not a big fan of Austin Butler. This made me want to be a fan of Austin Butler. I was amazed at how little Florence Pugh was used, though. That threw me off a bit. Yeah, that's what I figured too. I just I don't know. I was expecting a little something more. But I don't know. Yeah, and number 1, Deadpool Wolverine.
There you go.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah.
No, it just such a fucking good movie.
It is.
Yeah, no, that was a tearful send off. I
I was gonna say that wrecked me.
Yeah.
The Green Day scene.
Oh, yeah, the music choice and then just seeing all the filming of like the behind the scenes and all that was so.
The NSYNC dance was awesome. I love the NSYNC
I was
dance.
bawling my eyes out to that end
Oh,
credit.
bro,
Yeah.
when I started, I got shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
I'm like, God. And then I had to feel the song. To mind.
It's so
Like,
good.
yeah.
Iris.
Oh yeah. No, because like I obviously I knew the song.
Yeah.
But, like I just couldn't. Like I'd never thought of it. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was funny
And
because
then the Chris Evans.
Yeah. We're just like, gotcha, bitch.
That was funny.
So hilarious. You could hear Chris's Boston accent come out.
Yeah, I know.
it was really funny when we went to go see it
Yeah.
because I said something to Lindsay because she was at the theater too,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Did you hear John?" She said something to the extent of, "I'm pretty sure the whole theater heard him."
I was laughing so hard. It was such an awesome experience. I loved it so much.
No, it was more than just you laughing.
Yeah.
There were a couple times where you went, "Yes, yes."
I'm glad I didn't go see it with you, bud. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Kinda happy.
What do you got, John?
Okay. All right. We're getting close to midnight, so I'm gonna skip through 20 through 11. I'm just gonna get through my top 10 of the best movies.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
going
year.
to say, try to get done by like 11:59 on.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Okay. All right. So my top 10 movies of the year. Starting off with number 10, and that is Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. I don't normally put documentaries on the list as much as I love documentaries, but this one surprised me. I loved it so much, and I got emotional when they showed more of the Christopher Reeve story, and whew, it got me. Oh, so good. I loved it so much. Number 9 is The Fall Guy. I had so much fun watching that movie. It was absolutely hilarious. I got it for my birthday. Can't wait to watch the extended cut. It's so good. I absolutely love The Fall Guy. Number 8, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Very disappointed it didn't do as well I was hoping. I'm very curious if we're gonna get another Mad Max movie. If he's
As
gonna
of right now,
try.
we're not.
Good.
But we probably will. after they see the success.
Yeah, I think it's going to do good at the Oscars.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Visuals.
Chris
I can
Hemsworth
see
for best supporting actor for the villain or actor. Please make it happen. Obviously about that. Number 7, Twisters. I didn't know what to expect with this movie. Like I was so worried that
It sucked.
that
I already made that joke.
Oh, you're right. I was so worried because I was thinking, what can you do with a sequel to a 1996 movie? Like, what can you do with it?
They did Top Gun and Blade Runner.
Well, that's true. And the story was so well told, and they did not take it too seriously, which made me very happy about that. Because they did it just in the dramatic scenes to make it more awesome. So, man, Twisters, that film really surprised me. Alien Romulus is number 6 on my list, which is my second favorite Alien movie, by the way. Just behind Aliens. That's how much I actually really love this movie. Deadpool Wolverine is at number 5, the best comic book movie. Duh. I had so much fun with this movie, and yeah, as he said, I was laughing so hard, and so many great references and so many great Easter eggs, and it was just so hilarious. I had a blast watching this movie. Cannot wait to watch that. Number 4, I'm the only person to have this movie on the list. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, that did come out this year.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah. I was really excited, but at the same time, I was very nervous because I love the prequel trilogy. I love Rise, Dawn, and War so much, and I would never thought that I actually would love Kingdom more than Dawn, and that surprised me because I love Dawn so much, but Kingdom, it surprised me. I love the actress in this movie. She was amazing and also beautiful. She's also gorgeous to look at. Yeah, she was great. I cannot wait to watch the Inside the Raw cuts to see the visuals behind the scenes while watching the movie. I got it in 4K just this week. Cannot wait to watch the behind the scenes movie to go along with the film itself.
You want to take care of some monkey business?
Well, yeah.
Ape round and find out.
But absolutely, but yeah. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna let you know that number 3 and number 2 are both animated films, but which one did I like more? I didn't think this next movie was going to top that number 3, but it did. Number 3, Inside Out 2. Yeah, surprise! I didn't have a Disney movie higher than I thought it was going to be because
Wait,
turned out the next anime movie was absolutely amazing. But I'll get to that moment a little bit later. But Inside Out 2, I was so excited, and boy, it lived up to my expectations. I loved it so much.
So, John, Dune didn't make your list at all?
You'll get that's the surprising part. We'll get that later.
Oh,
We gotta stop asking those questions,
Yes,
guys.
yes, please. But yeah, Inside Out 2, I absolutely loved it so much. It was just a beautiful anime movie. It also was very funny. I love the Dora the Explorer reference. That was hilarious. When he said, "Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you." And they made reference to a kids show. That was absolutely hilarious. So I love Inside Out. Oh my, The Wild Robot is at number 2 of my list. I would have never thought that a DreamWorks animated movie would actually top Inside Out 2, but boy, did it ever. Man, the animation was just gorgeous.
It was a banger.
Oh my goodness. And the story was so emotional, and I had to rewatch this movie the second time at home to make sure I actually ranked it ahead Inside Out 2, and it did surprise me. So, yeah, I absolutely love the Wild Robots. Okay, are you ready for the big surprise for this one?
Oh, no.
So,
Yeah, you got like 3 minutes.
okay, so coming in at number 1, and I'm gonna do a lot of explaining why I put this at number 1.
It's Craven. It's Craven.
It's wicked.
Actually, it's Wicked and Dune Part 2 at number 1. Let me explain
Okay.
why. The reason why was because this was the third time I actually had this movie as a tie. I did it in 2019 with 1917 and Avengers Endgame. Last year with Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse and Mission Impossible
Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning. But this one,
Dead Reckoning Part 1.
yeah, I know.
And now it's the final
called Dead
reckoning.
Yeah. But but I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't choose which one I love more. I just couldn't do it because I seen Wicked in theaters twice. And I loved it so much.
So there's
And
enough
I
loving to go around.
I watched Dune Part 2 at home, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to watch Dune Part 2 and see if that actually helped it for me. It did not help. So I couldn't make a choice. I truly believe that both these movies will get a ton of Oscar nominations.
They will.
And honestly, and honestly, if I would love it, Dune Part 2 does win Best Picture, but if Wicked wins Best Picture, I'd be totally okay with that.
I don't think either of them is.
Really?
I could see.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 will be nominated.
For cinematography, it's either going to Dune, Furiosa, or Nosferatu.
Ah, interesting.
100% should be Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Not biased. Nosferatu is the best cinematography of the year.
Yeah.
I can't say because I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. But Wicked, it's been getting a lot of awards from different awards ceremony. When I was thinking to myself, yeah, it's going to be the big Oscar contender for 2025.
I
along
will
with Dune
say-
Part 2. It's not even going to be close on this one.
I-
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to take a guess that Dune Part 2 and Wicked will probably get the same amount of Oscar nominations. So it's going to be very interesting. So, yeah, I love
will
both
say-
of them. And so if I had a John Thompson Film Festival, I would put both movies on.
John, Paul's
as a
trying to
film
say
festival.
something.
So there you go.
I will say, and I'll say this really quick. For Wicked, I would like to see Best Actress.
Yes. Exactly. All right, guys.
We
getting
have
close
less
to
than a minute.
midnight.
Final minute.
It's the final countdown!
And then we're going to talk
Please,
about the movies of
Matthew,
2025 we're
stop.
looking most forward to. So we'll get to that in
That
just a
was the
moment.
most out of tune
That was-
synthesizer.
I don't think even Autotune could have saved us.
Nope. Nope.
Somebody say.
Oh Jesus! Please save me from this.
30 seconds.
I know.
Hey, you guys!
Can you feel it?
Oh
20
shit!
seconds.
Have you seen that? Where Elvis does down with the sickness?
All right, let's get to the countdown. Here we go. 10,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Woohoo!
And there goes the fireworks.
Now's a good time for fireworks. Happy New Year's. We made the 2025. Woohoo!
Same. So, what
I
do we
didn't
got?
even think I was gonna get to 20 years old.
Same.
Oh,
mean, I've been hit by
it only
that,
gets
sure.
worse. I'm kidding.
What do we got? Top movies of 2025.
Oh,
That we're most
right.
looking forward to. Are we? How many are we doing? in
Let's do top 3.
Top 3. Okay. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and go first in this one. All right. So getting to my top 3 most anticipated movies of 2025. Man, there's so many movies I've been most looking forward to. So starting off with number 3 is going to be Superman. It comes out July 11th. That comes out this year. I am so interested of what they're going to do with this Superman. The trailer looks great. Love the trailer. Absolutely looks fantastic. I think the new actor can absolutely pull it off. Nick was Holt. Nick was Holt as Lex Luthor, right? Nick was Holt as Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Sign me up. I can't wait to see what he does here. I can't wait to see this movie. I think it's gonna be an awesome movie summer. There's a ton of good movies gonna come out this summer.
There is.
Yeah. So cannot wait for Superman. I can't believe I talked about Superman twice on this video. Insane. Documentary and now the new one's coming out. All right. And number 2, which Bob did hype for me since I loved the first Wicked. Wicked for Good is at number 2, November 21st. So there you go.
Yeah.
But my number 1 most anticipated film about 2025 is an action movie to one of my favorite franchises, and I probably need to grab my Kleenexes because of this title. You know why?
We need to leave the room?
No. You know why?
I think
No.
I think that we need to.
Do what you want.
You know. Oh, I'm sorry. No. You know what I mean when I say this title.
At least give a heads up to the viewers.
When I say,
Yes.
when I say that, I mean that I'm gonna get emotional because it is the final movie in the franchise. Yeah. But anyway, what I was going to say was, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is my most anticipated film of 2025. Yes, it is going to be the final movie in the Mission Impossible franchise.
So you're into Tom Cruise. Got it.
Well,
Top Gun?
Top Gun.
although I do love the original Top Gun, but also I love the sequel. But yeah, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I'm sorry, guys, that it came off. I'm really sorry. But I truly mean.
I think that Matthew's in there dying.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a. That's what happens, guys, when I crack people up, and it's by accident. It really is. But Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. But yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait.
Sorry, it's just we're listening to Matthew dying in there.
I am so sorry, man. But
Are you okay, Matthew?
I don't know. I almost passed out on the couch a minute ago.
I noticed. You were red.
Do I need to start over with what I said?
Please
Okay,
don't.
Okay.
No, continue
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Get your special sock out,
Okay.
nerds.
Okay. But Mission
Don't do
Impossible.
it.
But Mission Impossible, it's my favorite action movie series of all time.
Action?
Can I please finish without laughing, please?
We don't want you to finish. Continue.
Okay, thank you.
He's got to put in the work to finish.
2025 just started and we're already going hystericals over there. I
Keep
know.
pumping it.
Okay. Good night. All right. I mean, it is already good night. All right. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the final movie in the franchise, is the one that I mean, it's my favorite action movie franchise of all time. I love all the movies. Which includes number 2, even though there's too much Solo, which still don't mind because I enjoy the film that much. But I feel like after number 2, each movie keeps getting better and better and better. The third is great. Love 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Honestly, like after 3, I like all the Mission Impossible movies are like my favorites, like the newer ones. But man, do I got a feeling. That the final movie, it could rank for the best one for me. So can't wait to see it. It comes out. Let me see. May 23rd, so
Yep.
yeah, I can't wait to see it. And Tom Cruise, please get a Best Actor win real quick, please.
What do you got, Paul?
Ends up getting best stunts.
There should be a
Good one.
subcategory.
there should be.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Frankenstein.
Okay. That's the Guillermo del Toro one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got told that I look like him.
Guillermo del Toro.
I can see it. I can see it. Thicker glasses.
Wait, Guillermo del Toro or Frankenstein?
At least my nose doesn't look like a fucking landing strip.
Gosh.
Final Destination Bloodlines. Tony Todd's This is either Tony Todd's final film or one of his last two, I can't remember. R.I.P. to one of the greatest horror actors of all time.
I can't wait to watch that because the actress who plays Stargirl's in it.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps my most. No, that's only if it was Wonder Woman. Anyway, I hear no denial. Anyway, my most anticipated movie of the year, obviously, is Bambi the Reckoning.
I don't want to mic.
How many horrible takes did I have to hear from you? Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It's nowhere near the sheer volume we hear from you.
Oh,
moving on to me.
please. All right.
I will say Mission Impossible is an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Because it, as much as I love it, I'm more excited for these other three. Number 2 is number 3 is Predator Badlands. Which there is a rumor, so Superman and Fantastic Four don't have to fight. They're switching spots. Fantastic Four is going to November, and Predator's going to July with Superman.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Predator Badlands. It's like a Mad Max style Predator movie, I guess. So that's going to be interesting. It's set in the future.
Yeah,
like a wasteland. Number 2 is actually a streaming movie. Because the new Predator, I guess, is going to theaters, it sounds like. They learned the lesson after Prey. It's a Netflix original by the Russo brothers. The Electric State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really interesting.
It does. I'm really excited for it. And we're going to fly into theaters in July. Jeez. Superman is number 1. Everybody knows me. I'm more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan.
Boo.
Yeah.
Your Team Marvel?
Look, when it comes to
The movies could switch up after DCU starts releasing.
Nah.
Yeah. Because it was easy. Yeah, it was pretty easy to lord the MCU over the DCEU. It was pretty easy to do that, in my opinion.
James Gunn is going to cook, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that he.
totally.
I think that he could
Absolutely.
change everything.
A lot of people are predicting Superman is going to be in the top earnings of next year, like top 5.
Oh yeah, there's no fucking way. Yeah.
They think it's going to be the highest grossing superhero movie of next year. And
Yeah, I can see it.
Fantastic Four is the only thing that could. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because Captain America's not going to do that well, I don't think. A lot of people
No.
are still
Thunderbolts.
butthurt it's not Steve.
Mm.
And we'll just leave it at that. And I don't think Thunderbolts is going to do that well.
No, I doubt it.
It's going to pull like some Suicide Squad type stuff.
Yeah, that's what it's going for. I'm still waiting on the Thunderbolts some assembly acquired.
Yeah.
Either that or
Yeah.
Dark Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that to be revealed
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah,
But-
but I was going to say about Superman, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's either rumors or speculation that it did not do well with test screenings.
That was not true. James Gunn confirmed it.
Thank God.
They haven't even had any test screenings
Okay,
recently.
see, I should say, don't believe everything you read. Come on.
Such as John's reviews.
Stop picking on
What do
me.
you got for this year?
Jeez.
Or for for this year, yeah.
You're always picking on me, guys.
Number 3 is
Ooh.
Really?
I love the
Me too.
trilogy was awesome.
Yeah.
And I am just if it is a one-to-one shot, I will just watch the animated one instead.
Yeah.
But I am still interested to see because it is said they won't be, so I'm interested to see how they do that.
Huh.
Then next, Karate Kid Legends.
Yes.
Interested in how they do it, because they're mixing the 2012 or 10.
2010.
Yeah.
10 Karate Kid movie. So that would be interesting to do that.
I got a good one for you. So the actress who plays his daughter in his movie, he loves Cobra Kai. She called him Cobra Cry.
Oh wow.
I
wait,
don't. I love Cobra Kai. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I was gonna respond to the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. I with you there. I love the movies. I do think it's great. I'm worried about the remake because number one, I personally think it's way too early to do a remake, and
It's been a while.
But you're on board with all the Disney live action remakes.
Well, I just think that
That's
movies
because
that
those are characters that he would.
movies that are over 20 years old, then yeah, I would be on board to
Moana's
do a
not
remake.
20 years old.
Yeah.
It's not very 20 years old. I'm
$15 years.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
15
it.
years
I'm
now.
definitely gonna go see it, but I just think that that's just what I think about.
I am
And also,
getting old.
DreamWorks is trying to catch
you are.
up. They're trying to catch up on the Disney craze. Like, oh, they could do a remake. Why not us? So
Craze.
I hope it works. I hope it's gonna be good.
So when we get into live action Shrek?
Yeah.
Can I play Shrek?
Okay.
Okay.
That would be interesting to do a live action Shrek.
What do you got, Dylan?
There's a lot of movies to pick from. There's a lot of stuff being released all throughout the year. Well, I mean, I wasn't too excited about a lot of the stuff that was coming out this year. There wasn't a whole lot that I had to look forward to. I found stuff. It's just, but like this next year we have the new Jurassic Park movie coming out. We have Superman coming out. We've got Thunderbolts coming out. We've got the new Captain America movie coming out.
Gareth Edwards is directing Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it because of that. We've got the new, unless it's been bumped back, the new Avatar coming out.
Yeah. I believe Heat 2's coming out. Yeah, the Al Pacino movie with Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
I think for my three, I'm gonna have to go Companion with Jack Quaid.
Okay.
Wake Up Dead Man, which is gonna be
Yes.
the next Knives Out movie.
That's number 4 on my list.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be really good. I cannot fucking. I still think that it's a play on. I still think that it's a play on Paul from the Beatles. The Wake Up Dead Man. I think it's gonna be a play.
I know nothing of the sort.
I can't decide between these two movies, and it's gonna. I guess because this isn't in any order. I guess first one's Thunderbolts because I have been excited for it. I was wondering what the fuck they were going to do with it, and I like what we've gotten so far. I can't wait to see more about Sentry, especially if they adapt the really interesting part about his fucking character.
Yeah.
I know they're going to nerf him,
Yeah.
but I want them to have the retcon. No, he was there the entire fucking time. Yeah, I want that so bad. I know we're not gonna get it. Yeah, you didn't remember him like going one-on-one with Thanos? What? Yeah. Like he just got knocked out of the way by Captain Marvel. That was fucking crazy. Yeah. She was stealing his thunder. But yeah, Thunderbolts and I would say Fire and Ash. The next Avatar movie. I'm not the biggest Avatar fan,
No.
but this is really exciting because I wanted to see a more. I'm not going to say animalistic, but like I want to see a more brutal version of Navi than what we've seen, and that's what we're getting with the what are they fucking called, the Firewalkers or something
Yeah.
like that.
Such a ripoff of the actual Avatar series.
Yeah, I was so confused when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there are two
Well, they
rules.
already had hair.
Two rules here. Number one, never don't doubt James Cameron, and number 2, don't doubt James Cameron.
I
Now, there's
very
two
much so
rules.
will doubt anything.
Once somebody gets a big
Okay.
enough head.
Thanks for coming.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Mordecai.
yeah.
Good to meet you, Mordecai.
See you, Malachi. But yeah,
you work Thursday?
Yeah.
I'll see you Thursday.
but yeah,
Deuces.
I do want to get this real quickly. There are lots of other movies I cannot wait to see. Of course, the Knives Out mystery, a new Looney Tunes movie. Finally, we're getting a new Looney
Are you
Tunes
doing all
movie.
of them
The
or
Day
just
the Earth
like
Blew
top
Up.
done?
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Okay.
Fantastic
And then I'll
Four.
do the superhero ones real quick.
Zootopia 2, the new Captain America movie, Thunderbolts, of course. Can't wait
yeah,
for
I
the
know.
new Paddington sequel.
You got to pick 3.
I know.
I had to
know.
pick my 3.
know.
I listed off
I
a
already told you my
couple.
3, but I'm just telling you, other movies I'm excited for most.
I know. You just gotta. List
gotta
off a
wrap this
couple,
up.
and then you can pick your top 3.
Oh, did you see the trailer for Love Hurts?
No.
It's a new action movie.
Oh, with Ki Kwan.
Yeah, my family went to see a boxing movie. I saw the trailer. I was like, that looks so good. I can't wait to see that.
So, I mentioned doing this earlier. I'm just going to run through this very quick. I'm not going to elaborate very much at all.
And then I'm going to run through all the superhero movies real quick. Because I've seen every single superhero movie that came out this year.
So this is going to be
Did you
my.
list off all 3?
Yeah,
He did.
I did.
He was the
Yeah.
first to
I
go.
thought you only did 2.
Yeah,
My
Superman,
bad.
Wicked for Good, and Mission Impossible 5 Reckoning.
Okay,
There you
okay.
go.
Yeah, he was the first one to go.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So I have seen 22, unless I've forgotten to mark it down, which is possible, 22 horror films this year.
Okay.
Number 22 is going to be Out of Darkness, directed by Andrew Cumming. Terrible movie. Number 21, Afraid, which is by Chris Wheats. It's an AI movie. Didn't care for it. It's not necessarily bad. It's more for a sci-fi fan, I think, which is why I think Matthew liked it more than I did. Number 20, Night Swim. Number 19, Imaginary. Number 18, Tarot. I don't hate Tarot. I think it's a good movie. That's directed by Anna Hallberg and Spencer Cohen. Number 17, even though I consider it more sci-fi than horror, Alien Romulus. It's a good enough movie. It's not up my alley, really. Obviously, it's Fede Alvarez. Fede, okay. Number 16, In a Violent Nature by Chris Nash.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot that came out this year.
It's good for what it is. It feels like you are playing as the serial killer of a video game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like very GTA perspective-y.
Have you ever seen gameplay of Friday the 13th game?
Yes, I have.
It's
That's what I
exactly
got.
like
Yeah.
that.
All
It
right.
is exactly like that.
Huh.
Number 15, The Deliverance from Lee Daniels. It's okay. Shockingly not as up my alley as I thought, but Glenn Close is incredible in everything. Number 14, I put Lisa Frankenstein. I don't really consider it so much horror as I do comedy, but still.
It's dark comedy.
Yes. And of course, Zelda Williams, her directorial debut.
Yeah, nailed it. Like we said.
100%. Number 13, Immaculate by Michael Mohan. I don't know how to say his last name. Phenomenal movie. Sydney Sweeney definitely needs more leading roles.
Yeah.
Number 12, Blink Twice, Zoe Kravitz. This is a movie I probably will never rewatch because it very highly triggered my PTSD. It was a phenomenal movie, though. Absolutely incredible. I think that people should watch it, and I highly recommend it. Unless you have been sexually assaulted, in which case I wouldn't recommend it.
Trigger warning. Yeah.
Yes, very strong trigger warning. Number 11, Trap. M. Night Shyamalan, one of his best movies in recent memory.
I had a hilarious reaction.
So good. It's so good. Josh Hartnett is amazing, especially in the third act. Number 10, Don't Move, which is a Sam Raimi movie. Do you move to do that? Phenomenal movie. The fact that the actress literally can't act, basically, throughout the movie. In essence, that she can't use her words. She can't really move. She basically can just dead stare. That almost, to me, takes more skill than a lot of these other movies. Because of the fact that she has to not react. At least for a good part of the movie. Number 9, Stream, which is a film by Michael Levy. Phenomenal movie. It's not up everyone's alley. totally get that, and that's fair. I really enjoy it. Number 8, Speak No Evil, a James Watkins film. I love this movie so much. I didn't realize it was an Americanized version of a film, so I would like to watch the original.
Swedish, I believe.
I
can
can't
see
remember.
that. I can see that.
But James McAvoy is so terrifying. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite reviews I've ever read on Letterboxd is James McAvoy versus beta males. That's all I'm going to say about this movie. Number 7, The First Omen, directed by Arkasha Stevenson. Phenomenal movie. It's my favorite movie in the Omen franchise. So good, so good. Scary. Legitimately scary. Number 6, Long Legs, another movie that is genuinely scary. It's an Oz Perkins film. I actually kind of felt like that the prosthetics that they put on Nicolas Cage looked a little silly, truthfully. But his acting is this is his best film in years. Micah Monroe was absolutely incredible in this. Great movie. Number 5, Terrifier 3, a Damien Leone film, of course. Number 4, Abigail, which is Radio Silence. Number 3, Late Night with the Devil. Still lighting off fireworks?
Yep, they're still going.
They're going to go till like 3 in the morning.
If
No,
you
there's
do that,
no
you're an
way.
asshole.
There's no way.
No, it's okay.
Number 3, Late Night with the Devil. Number 2, Nosferatu, which is, of course, a Robert Eggers movie. My favorite director right now. Number 1, for me, Smile 2. Parker Finn, probably a very close second to Robert Eggers for me. All of these, with the exception of 19 through 22, I would recommend to anybody who likes horror, especially like, Stream and Terrifier 3. If you like more gory stuff, I would recommend those. But the rest of them for general horror fans, sorry about that. Yeah, that's my list. That's my ranking of the horror films of 2024 that I have seen so far.
Okay, I'm going to run through this real quick. I've seen every superhero movie this year.
Okay.
So I'm
I
gonna-
believe it.
Of course.
I'm going to run through these.
Wait, did you watch Craven?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There's 9 superhero movies that came out this year.
Okay.
So I'm going to run through these real quick.
Don't, Matthew, please don't.
Do not talk during his ranking.
Yeah, because I'm just going to get through this real quick so we can end this live stream because it's 12:30.
We already know your bias.
Last place is Joker. I just wasn't a fan of it. Not my favorite.
All right.
I'm not a musical fan, and I just wasn't the biggest fan of the first one either.
Yeah.
It made me appreciate the first one more with how much I disliked this one, though. This was the only one I really did not like on the list. The other ones were mid to really good. Next up is Craven. Could have been better. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the worst either. So this would be 7. Number 7 is The Crow.
Okay. I forgot that came out this year.
If it wouldn't have
So
been
did
a
I.
remake of The Crow, it would have been a lot better.
yeah.
If it would have just been an original movie, it would have been a lot better.
Kind of
Yeah.
like Halloween 3 Seasons of the Witch.
Yeah. Okay. I see that.
Yeah, it was definitely gorier than the original.
Okay.
Yeah, it was too different though. I don't like some of the changes they made. Like they made instead of like this rock star couple that takes in an orphan kid or a kid that's got a parent that's not kind of
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
they're both drug addicts and like they're both like they kind of like fall in love in the rehab facility and stuff. There's too much backstory that doesn't make sense compared to the original.
Is he still Eric Draven?
Yeah.
Fuck off. They should have just not done Eric Draven.
Yeah,
They should have given him a different fucking name.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it would have.
If it wouldn't have been a
been completely
remake of
different.
the original, if it would have just been another
Yeah.
Crow movie, it would have been better. Number 6 is Madam Web. Like I said, it's not the worst, not the best. It's a decent movie if you don't look
Yes.
at it. If you look at it as like a Final Destination movie, it's a decent movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Venom.
Whatever.
Venom
Well,
is
Louise Venom's good.
Venom is my favorite of the Sony ones this year. Venom's great comedy.
Yeah,
It really is. The next one, the two multi movies I'm counting as one movie each. Crisis on Infinite Earths is part 4. There's 4. It probably would have taken second over the other ones, but it's just there's so much to process. It really is kind of taxing watching it all because there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
This one really surprised me. Number 3 is Hellboy, The Crooked Man.
Really?
What? Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's far removed from the Ron Perlman movies,
Yeah, figures. Yeah.
but it's more in line with the actual comic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Where can it be streamed? Can it be?
I don't think it's streaming
Yeah,
yet,
I haven't heard of it being available for streaming.
but it is. Instead of like a big budget blockbuster action movie, it's an indie horror movie. It feels more like The Witch than it does a superhero movie. It's like that folk, like period piece horror movie. You'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously doing my top movies of the year, number 2 is Watchmen, and number 1 is Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah.
But we thank you guys for putting up with us for 3.5 hours.
Especially
And our
with,
crazy shenanigans.
Especially John's
putting-
terrible takes.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially for putting up
Matt
with
Craven
John.
sucks. That's not bad takes, guys.
Those
We
are
had to
terrible
be
takes.
Thank
here,
goodness the
you know,
Sony
we
Universe is
appreciate
over.
it.
Thank goodness.
We thank you for watching us. We didn't get as many of you viewers as next year.
For this
Last year.
Damn.
year.
Crap. We didn't get as many viewers as last year, but
We're
we appreciate.
tired.
Yes, I am. We
He has
appreciate.
dementia.
Shut up. We appreciate every single one of you that has watched. We appreciate all our listeners. Like we said, we have over 5,000 of you guys now. That's incredible.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys joining us. We will be back Sunday with more new episodes. Paul and Garrett's Nosferatu video dropped. You can watch that now on our channel. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember to rate us on sites. Let us know. You can get a hold of us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us know what are some episodes you guys would want us to cover. We're trying to come up with new material so it's not just the same old stuff.
Plus, do you want us to do video game content? Let us know
No.
about that too.
If you want to do that, go for it. Like,
That's your baby.
yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but I do want to. If the fans are interested, if they want to see some video game content, and if you do, that's great. We'll do it.
Let us know some interesting subjects you'd like to get us to do videos on.
Absolutely.
And
Comment below your favorite bad John Thompson movie take.
No. I don't need to make fun of on comments. No.
crap. What was I saying? Yeah, we'll be back Sunday. We are finally getting to the Batman 2004 look back. It was not ready for the 20th anniversary. We meant to do it back in October. So much stuff has happened the last 2 months.
Yep.
There's been a lot of crap going on. Sickness, other stuff we can't dive into, but we did not have time to do it. We are sorry. We're going to get it done this week. And we are looking back at our top 10 movies of 2015 for this Sunday. And next week we're doing top 10 movies of 2005. I figure this is going to be a good way to start the year every year.
I got my 2015 list all ready to go.
But we thank you guys for watching again. We hope you have a great new year. And we look forward to more chaos and carnage for the next year.
And God help us for whatever terrible movie takes come out of this one's mouth.
Yeah.
I don't have takes, guy. Bad takes.
I would agree you don't have takes.
God almighty.
We love you guys. We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
and good
next
night.
week.
And
See
let's
you
hope
next
season
week.
3 is the best. Thank you, guys. God bless.